storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on
is ready to rumble and tumble their way through the modern format. My name is TJ, and I will be your guide at your side as we fight our way through 4 rounds of that format we know, we love, and of course makes us want to pop that bub. Of course, only if you're over 21 and enjoy champagne, but that's all getting into the unnecessary details because it is 4 rounds of Modern tonight, and my green screen is apparently not having the best time. But that's okay because just recently in fact, more accurately, last night, I ordered the new Stream computer. It is on its way, and it is going to be next level awesome. Designed by the amazing Ian, who is in the store tonight, and I'm hoping to put him on camera. Oh, I'm excited. But it is going to be incredible and amazing, and it's going to really help us kick off our entry into the brand new Geek Fortress store, which is coming down the pipeline, and it's coming fast. We are going to be changing locations. It is going to be awesome. I am hyped in every which way possible, and I think I know one of the 2 players that's going to be on stream, but I believe Dylan is going to be popping in here just a moment away from now with what our first round is going to be. But hello, if you haven't yet, hit that follow button and join us more in the future. My name is TJ, and this is the Geek Fortress stream. Should be fun. Should be a good time. Should be great. It's going to be weird seeing me at a different angle and in different lighting. It's all going to be better. It's all going to be better. Shannon, long time no see. It's good to see you. I bet one of them's AJ.
You have Logan on the wall.
Okay.
Playing non-combo elves, just regular elves, versus Adam Green playing green-white Haybear. Interesting.
Wait. Is it Adam's deck? Like, did you look through it? Or did he tell you that?
I don't remember.
Because he was previous on Obs on Company.
Could be that then.
Okay.
I knew it was those colors.
Gotcha. Thank you. So, we have got Elves versus Company. That's an interesting one. I think I'm going to give it to Elves. They're a little bit faster, but the infinite combo from Company can be pretty good. That's going to be a little bit odd. Mostly Lost. It's going to be fine. We are actually we're going to test everything, and we're going to set up. We're going to try and make it as seamless as possible. If we do appear at a different angle, it's going to be because it's better. But let's head on down into round 1. I hope you're hyped. I certainly am. I'll see you there. Alright, so the players are lining up. Oh, I should probably update those images. I guess they're still on there from our... oh, me. Oh, that TJ. Look at him. Like a Goodweird? I like Goodweird. Goodweird is good. Alright. So let's do Collected Company, and let's do... Alright, so we've got a Noble Hierarch from Adam to kick things off. It's a good start for him. Noble Hierarch is excellent. The card is great. It does good stuff. And Logan kicking things off with a Nettle Sentinel. Actually not one of the best cards to play, but also not a bad one. Especially if he's going to be turning it sideways. We've got... we've got a Devoted Druid for Adam. Now, this is one half of the combo that has been taking it down and showing people what's up in the world of arbitrarily large amounts of mana. But Logan, probably about to cast a Heritage Druid, already has one of these Nettle Sentinels. We might be looking at a fairly explosive turn from him. There is some potential for Logan. Oh no, and Adam's got it in hand. Adam has the Vizier in hand. There needs to be either win from Logan this turn. Oh, USMNT, we've also got a new playmat on the way. The old playmat is going out, a new one is coming in. No, this is actually just a budget version for the time being. Adam is building the deck and working with a functional mana base at the time. So, attacks him down to 16. Plays out an Elvish Mystic. Hey, thank you so much for that follow. Plays the Heritage Druid. Casts in the Elvish Archdruid. And if Adam has got something to do with this mana, he's going to win on the spot. But he might not. He might not have enough to do with it. It's time to see. So we now have arbitrarily large amounts of mana between this and the Vizier of Remedies. We're going to cast a Kitchen Finks. We're going to cast... Oh, and a Viscera Seer is the last card. Logan picks it up. Adam has got the combo. He can use that Viscera Seer to sacrifice his Kitchen Finks. Of course, what that does is it brings it back, and it would bring it back with a -1/-1 counter, except you have got the Vizier of Remedies out. If an effect would put it on there, it instead gets one less. Now you've got arbitrarily high amounts of life for Adam. Ooh, that was quite a hand. I think that was 100% combo and a Noble Hierarch. Jeez. Thank you so much for that follow. It's a pleasure having you here. You are a rock star and amazing, and I look forward to seeing you more in the future. Man, to all of you who are watching right now, thank you. Means quite a lot. Quite a lot. Are we rocking the new computer? No, I ordered it last night. We should have it up and running. We're going to try to just hold off on using it until we move to the new store so that it can be as seamless as possible. But I think we should be assembling it soon, and we should be having it up and running probably within the next month. Because in addition to just assembling this new computer, Nurak, it's good to see you. We are going to be, I believe, before the end of August is when we're moving. I don't have the exact date myself. But with the new computer, we're going to basically test our entire system beforehand. So we're actually building our entire system off-site so that we can run it through a series of tests. And then we're going to, once it's all ready and once it's all set and once we know that we've gotten all the bugs out and that we've balanced the various inputs that we have across the system, then we'll move it to the new store and run it. So it's going to take a little bit longer, but that machine is the culmination of what we have been saving for with all of the sub money for some time now, and I am very, very excited about it. It's got it's going to be a huge facilitator for the mountain of projects that we are moving forward on, and some of them, trust me, some of them are freaking awesome. So be excited for the future of this stream because it is coming your way. So Logan's going to be on the play in this game too. Needs to come up with some kind of way to interact with this deck, and it looks like he's taken out some number of Shaman of the Pack. Also taking out Elvish Visionary. Seems to be taking out some of the slower cards in favor of more interactive cards. Dino, it is good to see you. You're excited you're finally finishing Scred? Heck yeah, you are. That's because you're great, Corthian. That's because you're great. So, Logan going to be on the play with Elves, the Little Green Men, lining up against Abzan Company. 2 decks. Neither of these decks are Jund. Just disqualify them. I'll consider it. It's unlikely, but I'll definitely think on it. What's up, Silverback Rose? It's good to see you. Thank you so much for joining the Fortnights. As always, if you are joining for the first time, welcome. It's a pleasure having you. Feel free to say hello in chat. I do respond to it. Questions, comments, feedback, always more than welcome. We just ask that you keep it family friendly and, of course, respectful to all, as opposed to not family friendly and destructive. But it is going to be great. Y'all are amazing. What? Black Eye Skier? What's her name? I must say hello to her. She better be a red player. So we've got a Temple Garden into a Birds of Paradise for Adam, who is at 18. Logan with a Forest into an Elvish Visionary. Going into a Dwayne and Zalik, gonna make himself an extra elf for his trouble. Adam holding at least 2 Vizier of Remedies in hand. Backwards, it's good to see you. Hello, Tiny Black Eye Skier. It's good to see you. And a devoted druid for Adam. Is he going to go off on turn 3 again? Logan needs to interact or this is just going to be brutal. Oh no. Ivana? Oh, yay! Ivana? I love it. Ivana, you're amazing. Welcome to the world and to the community. What's up, Doro? Good to see you. Alright, so we're going to get a little bit of a bashing in, but with no interaction up. Adam is about to crush this out on turn 3, twice in a row. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, actually, he may not have the win. He's got to find something off this company. For Logan's sake, I hope it's just a hangerback walker. Oh, I see it. Oh, no! There's a Rotos! Jeez! Logan picks it! Adam turn 3 is a back-to-back! Oh, no! Logan! Logan, you poor, poor thing! Jeez! Oh, no! Well then. Hope we got a backup match ready. I will look for one. Let's head on up to the booth and see what we can find. Hi everybody, they're gonna try and find us another match. Well, that's exciting. Yeah, that was... I opened the door and Logan goes, whoa. Oh goodness gracious, that was just brutal. The problem is that those are both decks that thrive in a situation where they aren't being interacted with, and unfortunately Adam's is infinite. It doesn't go as wide, but it certainly goes bigger. Yes. Oh man, that was just brutal to see. So we're gonna try and find another match for you. Logan's out there doing me a solid and taking a look to see what he can find. And looks like we've already got a backup match. It sounds...
I got you.
What's up, man?
Chance is on the wall.
Uh-huh.
He's playing Burn.
Ooh.
I believe it's just red-white version.
I think so, and if not, then that's okay. We'll call him a blasphemer.
Against him is Mr. Gay.
Is what?
Mr. Nathan Gay.
Ah. Okay. I was like listening for the first name and just...
Oh.
I was like, who's Mr.?
He's playing Blue Moon.
I know what he's on. Oh my goodness.
I'm pretty sure that's it.
Yep, he is. What game we're going to?
2. Who got the first? Chance got the first.
Of course he did. Okay, thanks.
No problem.
See you, Dan. Hello, hello. 6 words. How's my day going? Could have been better. Now it is. The green screen makes TJ look like a Terminator on occasion. I'll assume that's a compliment. 6 words. Modern Pro Tour. I'm interested to see how it goes. Yeah. So your favorite variety streamer's been streaming Red Dead for the last week? Nice. Mostly lost. Tell me that people are reacting to it. How are they feeling? Magic streamer with a backup plan? Yeah! Thank you so much. I appreciate that. We've always got a plan. And we have certainly got more coming up. Oh, this is a very good call. Good call. Sorry, I'm used to having the co-host here. Gotta keep balancing all this. Let's get that great revel moving. And for... But it's good to have you here. Hey, Ventura, it's good to see you. So we have got actually Madcap Moon using Madcap Experiment. So let's bring that card up. I should start doing a variety stream. Whoops. Whoops. So Harry with Madcap Experiment does offer a couple of interesting things. Let's take a look at the card first so we can actually know what it does. It's a sorcery for 3 and a red. Reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal an artifact card. Put that card on the battlefield, the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. Then, it deals damage to you equal to the number of cards revealed this way. Now, that's a pretty big downside, but there are 2 cards that people particularly like putting in off of it. Harry prefers and is going with the Platinum Angel version. Now, many people think that Platinum Angel is just worse than Platinum Empyrean because you do still lose that life. However, what Harry is able to do in this case is actually run 4 Pact of Negation. Now, with that Pact of Negation, he never actually has to pay the follow-up cost because he has this Platinum Angel out, which says that he can't lose the game anyway. So then one of his strategies becomes, if he can't just win, that he will wait until you deck off of your library because he cannot lose. So Chance with a Lightning Bolt untaps, fires into a Stomping Ground, and we are going to fire off a 2-mana spell, probably an Eidolon, if he is using it on his main phase. He may decide instead to wait to try and hold up another, if he's got green, probably a Destructive Revelry, but he is going to go for the Eidolon, and it is going to get remanded by Harry. Harry's going to draw a card, and it looks like it was an Electrolyze, which is actually going to be a wonderful tool up against Chance. Who I think is favoring this matchup? I actually think it's Madcap Moon. I'm used to the version with Platinum Empyrean, which is a little bit harder to kill, but the thing is that Spreading Seas, if Harry has it, is extremely effective against Burn, which I'm used to most Moon decks running, so he may not have the Spreading Seas, and if he doesn't, it's slightly better for Chance. But when you're a Burn deck that doesn't have a whole lot of ways to interact, a 4/4 is still fairly problematic. So what Harry needs to do is wait until Chance is a little bit low on cards, or that he has got enough counterspells to handle if Chance tries to double up. One big thing here is that Harry needs to land this Blood Moon, because that is shockingly good against this deck. It will deal 2, he will fall down to 12, but you'll then shut off every Destructive Reverie, every Boros Charm, every Lightning Helix, every Path to Exile that Chance has brought in. Before he casts this Madcap Experiment, he does want to cast Blood Moon. He's got a little bit of time, and I'd actually advocate, especially if he has a Lightning Bolt, for killing the Eidolon and then dropping that. But otherwise, I would very much consider just dropping down a Blood Moon at the time being. Passing back, we are going to fall down to 12. Chance at 15, unlikely that he can get the kill here, plays down a Mountain. Now, how many mono red cards does he have left? Another Eidolon is somewhat problematic, and it's going to be a Lava Spike. We're going to fall down to 9. We're going to fall down to 13 ourselves. Now, we are in a little bit of trouble now, but Harry is able to, and we're going to fall down to 11. The interesting thing here is that now all Harry needs to do is play out this Madcap Experiment. Chance with 2 cards in hand, they have to be specifically Lightning Bolts. Harry only gets to cast really 2 spells. He can only cast 2 spells without dying, so one of those 2 spells, if they're going to cost 3 or under, needs to kill the Eidolons. But at this point, Harry's at a position where he needs to get to a position of not dying. Though, once that Platinum Angel is out, he can take as much damage as he wants, and it actually hugely limits Chance's ability to win. Madcap Experiment from Harry. How many cards will we reveal? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, why am I counting? 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. It's going to be 21 cards deep. Harry is going to fall to negative 14 off of this Madcap Experiment, but does it matter? No, because a Platinum Angel is out. It's got to be 2 Lightning Bolts. It has to be 2 Lightning Bolts, or it's nothing. Skullcrack won't do it. Lava Spike won't do it. Riftbolt will do it. It's a Goblin Guide coming down. Harry is now going to be in a position of winning this game. He just knocked himself down to 7. How does Spreading Seas interact with Blood Moon? Whichever one happened later. So if Blood Moon comes down and then you Spreading Seas it, it's an island. If you Spreading Seas and then you Blood Moon, I believe it's a mountain. I think it's a timestamp. It is very curious why. Our life totals cannot. However, we are I've been working with Ian into redoing some of our code. So we are actually investigating both infinite values as well as negative values. Doro, that was a pretty subtle joke. Casting the Goblin Guide did kill Chance. He's going to pick up the cards and we're going to move to a game 3. Playing the Goblin Guide struck me as a play that he made just thinking that it couldn't matter, and the problem is that it did. That being said, it wasn't a huge impact. Part of it was that Harry could then start casting any number of spells underneath those Eidolons because it's not a cost, it's just an effect. He could take as much damage as he wanted to because he couldn't die. Why did he play it? My guess is that he thought it wouldn't matter. The problem is that it did. And I would be curious to see if he realized that immediately after playing it. A Braid should be considered. I'm not certain that I would consider it in Modern just yet because it specifically doesn't deal damage to the players, but it definitely has got some potential just because of its colorless, it's single red. So it's definitely worth thinking about because it can be cast under a Spreading Seas. It can also be cast through a Blood Moon and a variety of other things. Dark Shadow, very nice. Very nice. That's actually a good point, Bronco. That's an interesting point. Even if he doesn't cast it. Feel like you'd choose Smash to Smithereens over a Braid? Maybe. I think it has a lot more application in Legacy, potentially. Because you can either kill the Stoneforge Mystic or the Batterskull, or a Delver of Secrets, or a Deathrite Shaman, and a variety of other stuff. Like, I think it's got more applications in Legacy than Modern. And Harry's going to have to mulligan a Sulphur Falls, the only land in hand. So, Chance keeping his 7, looking pretty solid. And it depends on how good that 7 is, but Burn operates pretty nicely when its opponent mulligans. Harry does have some potential. Being on the draw hurts a little bit, but he does have some remins, and he's probably got some number of Spell Snare for this matchup, especially because it hits about half the spells in the deck. Either way, I think a Braid is a very cool card design-wise. I would love to see more stuff like that. It's a nice, versatile answer. Executioner. I agree. Ooh, and there's a negate in that hand. We're going to mulligan a land to the bottom, and Harry is feeling good. Chance is going to Fetch Shock. This screams Lava Spike, Goblin Guide, Monastery, Swiftspear. Down to 17. If we go for a Temple Garden, then it is signaling that we have got at least another fetch in hand. He does pass over it. It's a Sacred Foundry coming down. And look at that, we do see another fetch. So we're going to drop in a Riftbolt as the suspend here. And we're going to kick it back to Harry. The lack of creatures is very promising for Harry's life total. Needs to come up with a way to answer a turn 2 Eidolon. It's one of the only reasons why Chance would have kept this hand, unless it just has got 2 lands and 5 bolts. But otherwise, Chance would most likely not keep a hand without a 1-mana creature, unless I had a 2-mana creature. We're going to go for this one. If there's no more fetches, then we're going to end up grabbing an Eidolon of the Great, or I'm sorry, a Stomping Ground. And it looks like that is the case, finding that one. And let's see if we end up slamming into that Eidolon. There it is, joining the scene. Harry deems that to be okay, or at least doesn't have a way to stop it. Harry's still got this fetch land available, goes ahead to crack it now. Down to 16 he goes, and he's going to be at 14 depending on what he wants to cast. Definitely on his back foot right now. Even though Chance has got the lower life total, Harry is not ahead in this matchup. Plays down his second land. It is going to be... Oh, so he fetches and then passes. Now, this is interesting. So isn't this Niaburn, not Boros? Even Boros Burn runs a single Stomping Ground for the sideboard. I'm a spot Nikilla. What's up, Adorable? It's good to see you as always. You are a rock star. It's just an attack for 2 and a pass back. Harry just draws his card for the turn, plays down a Misty Rainforest, kicks it back. Chance picks up his cards, and I think he is playing the patient game here, trying to hold on to as many spells as possible. Interesting. Sure, I can get rid of that. Thanks for asking kindly. So, it's a monster Swiftspear coming down. We're going to fall to 11. And we are going to attack for 3. It's just a pass back. We are down to 11 all. Harry going to be drawing in. He has got this Misty Rainforest. He might crack this at the end step. Going down to 10. Looks like that's not the case. Might just be waiting to play out this Blood Moon, but Harry's got to come up with an answer to this board. Chance has been hoarding up burn spells, keeping up Destructive Revelry at all times. Desolate Lighthouse is the play for Harry, who then kicks it back, playing quite a patient game plan. Oh, absolutely, Arctic Apes. We've got a fetch from Chance. We're down to 10. Possibly, I expect it to actually just go for a basic at this point. Might go for a Sacred Foundry if we're trying to hold up multiple, but nope, we're going to fall down to 10. I believe Harry is holding on to a negate, so Harry might be actually waiting to hit his 5th land so that he could Blood Moon and then negate. The problem at that point is that that actually puts him pretty close to dying to these creatures, so he's also going to need to answer those first. Maybe an Electrolyze this turn on the Eidolon could be a pretty big assist. Chance has got a 1-mana spell. We are going to Lava Spike at the face, and it looks like we might be falling down, but before this resolves, Harry's going to fetch down to 10. Teddy Jr., it's good to see you. Chance at 8 because of his Eidolon of the Great Revel trigger. Still only has 8 spells left if it survives the rest of the game. And we are going to see a Cryptic Command, maybe a counter and tap the team, or a counter, bounce the Eidolon. And it looks like that is the case. Going to force him to actually replay that. It's an attack for 1. And we are going to fall down to, or I'm sorry, for 2 because of the prowess. And passes it back, was giving him a chance to tap out for the Eidolon. Chance decides to keep up the 2 mana available, not play out the Eidolon of the Great Revel. Plays down his 5th land. If we are sitting on a negate, but it looks like we are not, kicks it back to Chance. Chance is going to pick up his card for the turn, goes for the Eidolon, still holding up that 2 mana. Does Harry allow it to resolve? It is going to be another Cryptic Command, and we are going to counter that, draw a card. We might see an attack in for 1 for this Monastery Swiftspear. Those mismatch islands are tilting you? That's exactly why he has them. And he's going to go for the double bolt and say, I have a win. Can you stop me? By not tapping the Monastery Swiftspear, Harry may have just walked into a trap. His life total got a little bit low, and if he can't stop this, he is dead. And it is going to be a Pact of Negation on one of them. So he's going to take 3 and then fall down to 2. Can he survive through this? Interesting. Plays down the mountain. Do we have a Lightning Bolt in hand? Or does Chance have a spell? If Chance doesn't have a spell, are we going to go to 1? We are at 1, and we are untapping. Does Harry find his way out of this situation? Is that even a possibility right now? He needs to answer the Swift Spear as well as any burn spells that Chance may have. If he doesn't have a Madcap Experiment, he's in trouble. And we are going to activate a Madcap Experiment. No way. He's got a negate in hand. He has got 1 negate. Takes it down. Does Chance have a way to take it down a second time? Revelry takes it, and Harry falls. Chance takes it in 3 with 2 Revelries. Oh! No such luck. Harry tried to stabilize at 1, then tried to stabilize at -6, and Chance, with the 2 destructive Revelries, able to beat the 1 negate as Harry had to fire off. Ooh. My goodness. Alright, so we've still got some time in this round. Let's head on up to the booth. Let's see what else might be floating around in the store. We've got potential in here tonight. I will see you all up there. Hello and thank you for joining. My name's TJ. It's a pleasure to have you here. If you are having a wonderful time, just say so. But I hope that you are. That was 2 matches that we've seen so far. We might just have a 3rd one at the moment. They will be keeping an eye out for it. But it is going to be fantastic. Harry took a chance. Oh, boo. Oh, boo. Weirdly accurate quote at all times. Hi, Coleman.
Hi.
Any backup matches out there?
I'm looking around.
Thanks, Coleman. I didn't know you were here.
I got here about a minute before the tournament started.
Oh, cool. Are you playing in it?
What?
Are you playing in it?
Yep.
Cool.
Promptly 0-1.
Promptly.
Promptly.
Man, I'm so getting ready to be rid of that squeaky door. But instead of solving it, we're just going to move stores. Should be great. Whew. I'm excited. So Coleman's got his eyes out for another backup match. Now, this is one of the things that we are working on solving right now. Let me take a moment and just realize that right now you're watching me as I'm in here. We're talking. If you've got questions, toss them in. But let's talk about what we're not doing, right? What we're not doing is watching another stream. Now, why? Why are we not watching another stream? Because we've only got 1 feature camera. It makes you think, isn't there probably a way to fix this? Couldn't you potentially come up with a way to not only have 1 feature table? Yes. Yes, we can. And yes. Yes, we did. So, with this new computer, which we built with all kinds of things in mind, yes, on the way, actively in development at this very moment, is the 2nd feature table camera. Oh, yes, yes, we did. Oh, no, we did not. Wait, yeah, but we did. But we did. I was trying to do a double negative, but then it became not a double negative. And that became kind of weird. But, yes, we are going to have 2 feature matches. And do you know what that means? That means twice the matches. I hope you did figure that one out. But it's going to be great. It's going to be amazing. It means that we can swap between the 2 in the future. And what we're actively working on at the moment and what this computer is also designed to be able to do is potentially, no, Project X hasn't even come to its culmination yet. Project X remains ongoing and not at all stream related. But, what it means is that we could very potentially record the 2nd match, watch the 1st match, and then jump over to the new match from the beginning. Yes! How cool is that? It's gonna be so cool. Oh, I can't handle it. I can't stand it. I'm so excited. I can't. Oh, yes. Yes. Did I figure out when the shop is moving? I know that it's probably before the end of August. That's all the details that I have. I don't have them all yet. But my goodness, my gracious. Woo! Is TJ okay? Oh no, I'm good. That ain't me. This is me. And this is just what we do when we do what we do. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be so cool. And just for all the cool things that I just said, which was really just 2 things, but it was like 1.5 things. But let's just ignore that for a moment. Just think about how cool what it is that I just said, right? Let's just 1 camera. No, we'll make it 2 cameras, and we'll have the ability to show the full match of each of them, right? How cool is this? How cool is this? Yes! But, add on to this, realistically, that this is 1 project. 1.5 projects of the, 15 that we're working on. Oh, yes! What about a 4th camera? Fun fact, we're already setting up 5. Yep, it's gonna be great, great, great. It's gonna be great, great, great. Remember when this is a small stream out of the supply closet? Yes, it was today. Haha, right? But, remember this is a small stream out of the supply closet? Oh, I'm proud of everything too, but yes. And why are there going to be 5 cameras for only 2 feature matches? Another one of our projects! It's going to be so cool. I'm so excited about this one. Another one is so cool, but I want to wait. I want to sneak in some of these super cool things. I want to, oh yeah. Oh, yes. Yeah. Working on that. Definitely 2 feature matches. Working on that. And I've got another thing that we're actively developing and actually pretty functionally good to go, but just need to figure out another thing. Not those hand cams. Nope. It is gonna be great, great, great. It's gonna be great, great, great. Oh, I'm so excited. No, I want to keep it a little bit secret. That way we can let out some of these super cool projects just a little bit at a time. Because we've got so many of them that we have got the ability to do so. We can just lick our little ones, lick them out. Nah, I'm pretty good. I've only had 3 sips of it or something like that. And mostly it's just because they're tasty. Caffeine doesn't really do much for me anymore. Because of the whole this is who I am kind of thing. Does it involve multiplayer? No, but multiplayer is already. Let's see here. No. Can't tell. Oh, let's see. I'll tell Doro. Let's see. Right. All right, Dora, I need you to help me hype this up in the chat. There we go. Help me hype that up in the chat. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be super de-duper sweet. I'm pretty excited about it. So, we're going to see if there's another match upcoming. Doesn't look like it at the moment. What's up, Tevin? How you doing? Good to see you. Thanks for the follow. That's great. We're not heckin' ready. We're not heckin' ready.
Hi.
Hi.
Mind if I jump in with you for a little bit?
You can. I mean, there's nothing to see, though.
I know.
Oh, okay.
Just hang out.
Hi.
Keep you company.
You died real fast.
Is this too bright? I can take it off.
Okay.
I don't know
Whichever.
if it's too bright.
Hi, guys. This is Logan, everybody.
Hello.
How you doing? You're doing eh? I mean, you died real fast.
Real fast.
Like, super fast.
Yeah.
Unnecessarily fast.
Yeah.
I mean, it
on
happens.
turn 3.
I mean, his deck did what his deck was built to do.
Yeah, it
so
did it really well.
I can't be too upset about it.
No, and you suck at interacting.
Yeah.
You do.
Yeah.
That's the cost of your deck.
I need to get more abrupt decays.
You need to get at least 4, if not 8.
I have 1.
That's less than anything that I just said.
Yes.
And I'm used to counting in 3s, and there was not a 1 to be seen in that sentence.
No, I regret not bringing in the Golgari Charms either.
You didn't.
I didn't.
I thought that you did.
I
What did you
didn't.
bring in? You took out like 6 cards.
I ended up putting a couple of them back.
Ah, you were getting
I
crafty.
brought in Abrupt Decay and 2 other cards that were probably irrelevant because I don't even
Scavenging Ooze.
remember. Oh yeah, Scavenging Ooze, so I could kill the Kitchen Finks as it hit the yard for half a
Which
second.
is funny because the deck doesn't even like kitchen. That was actually like the Plan C combo that he got into.
I just the worst part is so when I used to play combo elves
Yeah.
and I recently ported over to more generic elf aggro. And for a while I kept 1 Curio in the deck just so I had the chance of going infinite.
Yeah.
And I just took it out like literally 10 minutes before we started.
I don't think it would have helped out much in that.
Well, I could beat infinite life.
Well, what did you take out? Or what did you put in?
Quarter calling.
But you didn't have a court either.
No.
No.
But I wouldn't have conceded it right away.
Someone said they wanted to see me do sleight of hand tricks. I did a sleight of hand trick.
I know a couple card tricks.
I only have one other sleight of hand
Actually,
trick.
I can do a card trick where I have you pick a card, I then put it in my deck and shuffle. How does he do that?
You know, when I tell people that I do magic as like a hobby, they're always like,
Ooh.
like this, and I'm like, yes, like that.
No, that's it right
They're like,
here. This
they're
is
like,
all
you
of
do
it.
magic tricks, and I was like, no, I do illusions.
What's
Yeah.
up? Chinda. Yeah. How do I
Oh.
beat infinite life? Infinite damage.
Duh.
Don't ask silly questions.
What a silly.
Usually my infinite combo involves looping a primal command, so I could shuffle their stuff away, and then make it so they couldn't gain infinite life in response to me dealing infinite damage.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Ish. I mean, if it's attached to a Kitchen Finks and a Viscera Seer and a Vizier, that makes it a bit rougher. But
Yeah.
not impossible.
I could draw the game.
Yes.
There's one match left.
Tell me more about it.
Tell me more.
Or was that
tell
all?
me
Was
more.
that the entirety of your
That's all I
sentence?
had, but like, it's Esper versus Grixis.
And they're on game 3,
Yeah,
which means that we'll be heading into
Sweet.
round 2 surely.
maybe.
Ooh.
It is Esper versus
Ha.
Grixis. It could take a while.
Is Maeve one of them?
No,
Oh, darn.
Oh.
maybe
Missed-
not playing either one of those.
Missed pun.
Oh, she's unbanned, isn't she?
Yeah.
I got to look at the deck.
Uh,
You know what? You know what I had a problem with? There was no Wargate. You laugh and then you realize, wait, that card's actually good in the deck.
My
I mean,
goodness.
The entire game, she was like, "Where are my Amirias?" You know what Wargate does?
I got smothered. I got smothered by Vizier Druid combo.
You got crushed by Company. Hobbs on Company.
Yeah, I got.
I mean, he like in game 1, he had the world's most perfect. Like every single bit of that hand was combo or
He
double
wa-
hierarch.
Yeah, he was telling me like I have the combo turn 3, but nothing to do with it. And he said, and then I drew something to do with it.
And it was even like the lamest thing. Like of all the things that he could do, he's just like, oh, I have a Kitchen Finks and a Viscera Seer. Neat. And then for the game 2, you're just he had 2 Viscera Seers and a devoted druid. Just like,
Yeah.
and I was like, man, I hope he whiffs on this Coco and just finds Walking Ballista. And he goes, Walking Ballista? And I was like, yes. Ronas? No.
I know, because my hand was so good. I was looking at it, I was counting up, and I was like, that's a quarter calling, which means it's a shaman. That needs to be
The new flail emote?
yeah. That needs to be a flail. That's fantastic. Who made that?
That would be,
Was
that
that
would be mostly lost.
Beautiful. Well done, mostly lost. I like it. Can that be your Twitter? Can that be on? We'll put it on Twitter. That's fantastic. I love,
Oh goodness.
I love that a lot.
This is great. I wonder if I can send this to myself.
Send it to my modern.
Doro, can you send that to me? Thanks. That'd be great. Oh god, mods are the world's greatest thing ever. Okay, so elves. You're
Yeah.
not on combo elves anymore.
No.
Tell
just
me a little
regular.
bit about how you like that.
I've only played like 5 games of it so far, but it feels more consistent, and I don't feel like I script to a lightning bolt anymore, which is nice.
I really liked it when you did.
No,
It was pretty great.
it was weird thinking that almost all of my decks instantly lose to Skred
Uh-huh. I liked
because I
it.
played Dredge and combo.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it.
and
Eight kill spells.
which is funny because I played Skred for like 3 months straight.
It was fun.
That deck is so much fun.
Was it 3
I-
months?
It was a while. It felt
Time's
like 3 months.
weird.
It felt like 3 months.
Time is weird for me. I kind of forgot. Like, I'm still coming to grips with the fact that I've been doing this for almost 2 years. I don't really feel like that.
It's just something to do.
Someone's like, when did you start? And I was like, haha, I'm going to attach a year to this statement. It's like 20, let's see, it was October of, oh my god, 2015.
Yep.
That was 2 years ago.
No,
This whole
yeah.
time I'm like, man, we probably started in like 2016. Now it still feels like we started in 2017 because like years, it was.
Dude, time is weird.
Time is weird.
I have a couple of cousins who are 10, and every now and again it'll just come up that I was.
They were born after 2000.
Yeah, it'll come up and I'll be
Oh
like,
my
yeah, I was
goodness.
born in 19, and before I finish that date, they start laughing at me like, you're old. I'm like, 92 wasn't that long ago.
We had
Come on.
Backstreet Boys. They're still hip.
Yeah, they're coming back.
Oh, all right. Bow, bow,
Some-
bow,
some
bow,
have heard.
bow, bow.
Some would say.
Bow, bow, bow.
Hey, we got a host.
Did we?
Yeah, or an LA team.
Oh,
Thank you,
Ornell,
son.
you're the best.
You the best.
You the best.
Shody,
Around.
you the best.
Nothing ever going to bring you down. Nice accent.
No.
That was nice.
Thanks, man.
I
Nice.
enjoyed that. Niece. Wow, that's an old reference.
Yeah.
You just did math today to make sure you had your age right.
Yeah.
I believe you.
Yeah.
Actually, I did write down 24 recently, and I got thrown off. I was like, 24. Am I 20? And then I said, like, I spent about 15 seconds just like,
We're about a quarter of 100 years old. We're a quarter of a way to 100.
you know what's interesting?
Many things.
Well, okay, yeah, but you know
That
what
owls
else
can
is
turn their
interesting?
head all the way around because
So,
their eyes don't.
if you think that the whole country is like 120 years old, give or take,
whole country,
120 years old, give
all
or
of
take.
it, give or take.
Sorry, 250. I said
Give or
120. I meant
Well,
250.
you also said give or take.
I was just saying give or take. Give or take quite a bit. Our whole country is like 250 years old.
Mm-hmm.
And we're 25.
Yep.
Are you aware that we have been alive for like 10% of American history?
U.S. is pretty young.
Yeah!
It's one of the youngest countries in the world. One of.
Oh, people will ask, and we'll still be 29. How old is your country today? 29. 290. 290.
Happy birthday to us.
Yeah. Oh my god, we're back again. Don't bow, bow, bow. Man, I need to go listen to some Backstreet Boys again.
I've been getting into Beatles.
I'm so proud of you.
Thanks, man.
I have all of the albums if you want to borrow them.
Can I put them on my phone?
Yeah. I mean, I assume they're all, like, I have all of them. So you can do whatever you want with them. It's all the same. Is anyone else's audio not synced? First of all, if your audio isn't Oh no!
These screenshots are great.
Screenshots are gonna be the death of me! Oh, I look so
Oh
excited.
my gosh. Oh, can you loop them back and forth? Oh my god.
Alright, I think I know where my... Man, that's like PogChamp.
That's a good pog jam.
That's a good PogChamp.
Because you even got the pog.
Okay, my goodness. Man, how long does it take for a game 3 of Esper versus Grixis to go? It's like they already been trying to kill
Forever.
each other.
It's like one of them doesn't even have a single Death Shadow in their entire deck.
Do neither of them have Death Shadows in
I
their
don't
deck?
think so.
My goodness.
Because AJ's not playing Death Shadow.
True.
I don't know who his opponent is off the top of my head. I can peek though.
Wow.
I think
Probe is banned, but Peak isn't.
it's not.
No.
But that costs mana.
Did you see the sweet Reddit post that came today?
Which one?
Oh, someone's like, Wizards blocking the MTGO data is like, now, not only did they ban Probe and Modern, they banned it in their data. Now, you don't get free information, which gives you perfect... No longer do they want you having perfect information.
But telepathy is modern legal.
Yeah, but that one doesn't draw a card, and now they took away a card draw by taking away the promo cards.
Can I just look and do nothing with it?
Though, for the record, I am so 100% behind that now being tokens. Hated FNM promos. Love the idea of tokens.
They were cool every now and I liked it when they were good cards, like.
But they were pointless. They came out 3 months after everybody had already gotten their playset.
That's fair. They were. I think they were better whenever we didn't have Masters sets, and so they used that for the reprints.
But they were just pointless. And then, like, winning an FNM promo to me was not a prize. That was an obligation to now finish the playset. It was like,
fair.
I didn't win that card, I now have to buy 3 of them.
That's fair.
Like, they did nothing for me.
That's fair.
And I get that people liked them. I know that this is like a controversial thing. But I am so 100% the removal of the FNM promo, because it was either no one needed the card, because, again, they would only come out like 4
I've been
months
giving my
after they were
reverse
out.
engineerings away.
Like, and you didn't want them. Nobody else wanted them because they were not
Pretty
bad.
good cards.
And then if it was a good card, you already had your playset.
Yeah.
Or if you wanted to play that, then you're like, gosh, I gotta push.
Now I need 3 of them.
Now to spend another $18 and get a playset. It's like, you didn't win. You just spent $18. So I love that it's going to be tokens. I think that's so much better. Selling
tokens is
FNM as an experience and having something that is unique to that experience as opposed to just a reprint of something else is just better to me. I get that that's not the common opinion, but that's where I'm at.
I can see that.
So,
I haven't cared too much. It's like, I could go either way. Like the double-sided zombie tokens
sweet.
are beautiful. They're
Awesome.
gorgeous. I have 6 of them and I love it.
And that's an experience, right? Because you can use those anywhere. They never, like, go out.
Zombies will always be in Magic.
Right. And, like, tokens will always be relevant, even if you don't play Modern, right? Getting a path didn't matter. If you were in Standard, or if you're not playing Standard, getting Unlicensed Disintegration doesn't matter. Where am I getting pushed for 6? I have no idea what it's worth, because I'm out of Magic Finance right now. But if it's more, then hooray, you're spending more. And if it's less, then hooray, you're spending less.
Do you want to know a funny Magic Finance thing?
Is it actually funny?
I think it's funny.
Okay, I'll bite.
I can trade if I trade away an entire box of Dragon's Maze for 4 foil fatal pushes, I have made money.
Jeez.
4 foil pushes are worth more than an entire box of Dragon's Maze.
Jeez.
I remember Dragon's Maze pre-release.
Oh, goodness.
yeah. Keep your pushes.
That's brutal. Okay,
Yeah,
well,
it's-
the point is that I want a fatal push. Time to go spend another $35 on, like, the other. That's worse. That's worse. And, like, if I want to play it, I'm going to do it. It just, I'm so
I like
happy.
it when they're cards that are good in Standard but not necessarily good in everything else. Like Glorybringer, the Game Day Glorybringer is gorgeous.
Mhm.
And so, like, getting my playset of them, it was like $5.
But that's game day. That's way cooler because it's like an achievement. It's a different atmosphere, and that's right when the set is new. And now the promo is going to be from the next set, which again, it's like when it was game day, it was actually interesting because you may not have that card.
When it's
and it was early enough.
Game Day.
But like if Fatal Push was coming out in the set after it was released. Actually, no, it's coming out now, right?
Well, their timing with it
It's
recently
coming
has
out-
just been awful.
So it's coming out June.
No. June, July. I think it's coming out in August.
So it's coming out 6 months after.
Yeah.
So like, I have my playset of Fatal Pushes. Do you?
Yeah.
Okay, so what?
Done.
So, like, I get that it's cool, but I don't get it. I don't get why this matters. I don't get why everybody is upset that the FNM promo is going away, of all things.
Match players like to complain.
They do, but it's just, who was excited about that card? I
About
get.
Fatal Push?
I guess I would be
Being the
excited about
promo?
Fatal Push individually, but I feel like anybody who's excited about it is just signing up, like, unless they're going to slam 4 back-to-back FNMs, which, sure, okay, but I don't get it.
Now, I have a alternate perspective.
Okay. No, I'm totally down for this.
which I also got to experience. I played Standard for a lot, and I just never got into Modern. I decided I wanted to get into Modern, but I didn't have any Path to Exiles, and I wanted to play White decks.
Yep.
The way that I acquired my Path to Exiles was doing well in drafts for FNM.
Right.
And that was how I got my playset of Path to Exiles.
Okay.
And that's what gave me a push to get into Modern. There are some people who are just starting,
Sure.
who instead of looking at a Fatal Push and going, I need to spend roughly $40 to get 4 of this uncommon before I even started playing, or I could just go draft and do well in FNM.
That strikes
I mean,
me as
it doesn't save the entire thing, but it's not a complete downside. And it's
I
not.
think that the FNM promo should not be the solution to that problem.
I agree, but it was a way that it was being fixed. Well, quote unquote fixed.
With tokens, you'll see a drop in attendance. I very much doubt it.
What? Zombie tokens were thrown away.
I don't think that I've. And maybe, like, there's a very, very real perspective that or a real chance that I have a super weird perspective about a bunch of this stuff.
Our FNM is weird.
But, well, it's just, my priorities are weird in a Magic realm. I don't care about foils. I don't care about, like, what my mana. I play the game. So, that's a weird perspective. But, partially, I don't think I have ever heard of anybody at our store ever say, yes, I'm going to go to FNM because of the promo.
Yeah.
I
the last time I heard that was...
New round.
Cool.
New opportunity.
I get to go play Magic.
By the way, I got you.
Bye, guys.
Oh.
It's good to see you guys.
So, I have never heard of anybody saying, I'm going to play Magic this Friday because of the promo.
That's actually the same discussion I just had with James.
I am 100% for the new change.
Yeah.
I think it's wildly better.
The thing I came back was, when was the last time you were excited about an FNM promo?
I like
That's all we're doing.
lands that you use in every format, like promo lands and promo tokens. Anybody
Yeah,
can
it's-
use them anywhere, anytime. Great, love
Neat.
it. Let's play round 2.
So you've got Dylan facing the wall.
Dylan.
Yep.
Okay.
And you've got Dylan. The old Dylan mirror.
Nice.
So you've got Jeskai Control.
I know which Dylan this is.
Yeah, and you know what the other Dylan is too.
Cool. Thank you. How about some magic, huh? Well, when you live by the local game store, you also die by the variants of the local game store. We can only play Magic if there's magic happening, unfortunately. But now there is magic happening, so we're going to go back to the magic. Until then, we try and fill it with entertaining conversation, hopefully. If not, I apologize that we have failed you. But I have quite a bit of fun with it. Okay. Lingering Souls, is it charm? What do you mean Lingering Souls, is it charm? I don't know. Either way, let's head on down. It's time for round 2, and I will see you all there. Should be a fun time. Peace. Okay. You like that other people like them? I like that, sure. I enjoy those things, but I am totally down for tokens or for lands or anything. I think it's sweet. I'm totally down for the change. I see why people are upset, but my perspective is different. So, Dylan against Dylan, Grixis Shadow against Jeskai Control, and Dylan throwing down a big ol' 11. Goodness gracious. If this was a particular poker game, or I guess particular casino game is a more accurate statement, the table would be pretty happy with him. Go you. Nice. Yeah. So, I understand that people like the cards. I get that. But my other perspective is that to the people who collect them, you can still collect all the other ones. And, I don't know. You can still collect them, and if you've been collecting them this whole time, then the monetary value actually just straight up means 0. At a certain point, it's just a trophy, not a card, and that trophy can be anything. But that's again, subjective perspectives are fun. Hallowed Fountain from Dylan, kicking it off to Dylan. Drops down a Scalding Tarn. Probably going to be fetching this one, maybe going for a shock unless he's looking to just use a Fatal Push, but against Jeskai Control that seems unwise. But he kicks the turn back nonetheless, which means that Dylan is likely looking at a Thought Scour. Jeskai Control untaps, plays down a tap Steam Vent, and let's see if Grixis Shadow goes for the fetch and fires off. They will be double-sided tokens. I believe they will all be double-sided in foil. Who do you think is favored? Thought Scour happening here. We're going to get rid of a Fatal Push and a land. Drawing in for Dylan. And what can we do for our turn? Fires another land. He's got a Terminate in hand, and he's probably looking for... Ooh, is that a double Tasigur? Dylan's hand is actually pretty mediocre. It's lands and a lot of threats. Interesting. Goes for the Thought Scour there, and Street Wraith, Kolaghan's Command. Kolaghan's Command, a pretty solid card in this matchup. Finds himself another land. Gonna crack this fetch. We're gonna be down to 14. Looks like we actually might be just going to 16. Needs to check to see what he can find. He'll be digging up, and if he can find himself a Watergrave is likely the take. And we're gonna be down to 14. Falls Dylan, not active with this Death Shadow yet. Official Tripnip, I understand that complaint. That one actually is a reasonable one. And it looks like we are going to go for this Tasigur, firing it down. We're going to keep up that Kolaghan's Command and Thought Scour, as well as a Fatal Push, keeping some options for his Snapcasters to go for. Dylan looks like he's going to go for a Path to Exile. Dylan going to find his basic land, assuming it isn't in his hand, but I think his hand is mostly just Death Shadows and Tasigurs at this point. Dylan plays down a tapped land, keeping this life total high, and if he just kicks it off to Grixis Shadow, who I think favored in this matchup, I actually think that Jeskai Control is probably favored. The blue-white control deck, just the abundance of removal that he has against Shadow, is going to be pretty big, especially with access to exiling things. What is up, Sergio? It is good to see you. Dylan looking to drop his 4th land. He's got to terminate. He needs to actually go down to 11. And I think he's going to do that and potentially deploy both of these Death Shadows. But we shall see how he decides to go for it. Hey, what tokens are everyone talking about? Talking about the new FNM promos. They're taking away the FNM promo like cards and switching to tokens, and I think lands was mentioned as a potential thing for the future, which has caused a lot of disgruntlement in the Magic community, but I personally am actually for it, which is the discussion. Bye-bye for now. I hope to see you again. If only the commentators were better dressed. Brutal, but I dig it. I'll work on it. Actually, fun fact, I am working on something kind of like that. Fun facts. Fun facts are fun. I've got so many projects that I've got an answer to everything. So we've got one Shadow on the field. It is a lowly 2/2. Does Dylan want to try and Lightning Bolt it? Yes, he does. And does Dylan have the capacity? Nope. He's going to lose his 2/2 Death Shadow, and Dylan is going to untap with 3 lands. Still answering each one of these threats extremely efficiently, and Dylan can have a really rough time. He has lost 2 of the threats of his 8 in the deck. What's next? Mandatory tuxes? No, not at all. When are we going to see more TJ home streams? Cryptic Command is going to counter that one and draw a card from what I can tell. Ask me about TJ home streams in between games. Or, I don't know. I'm not sure if this is the right venue for it, but whatever. Tasigur coming down. We are going to be doing a little bit of delving. Probably going to get rid of... It doesn't want to get rid of all these threats out of his graveyard. Might get rid of the Thought Scour as well as the mana-based pieces. And it looks like we're going to tap enough to just go with something like that. And actually he's going to get rid of the Kolaghan's Command. I think I would pitch the Fatal Push well before the Kolaghan's Command because of its ability. Because Snapcaster can then Kolaghan's Command back one of my Death Shadows. But it looks like Dylan is going to go for that. So the Tasigur is out. Dylan draws for turn. He has got actually a Gifts Ungiven in hand. So Dylan is running a Gifts version of this Jeskai deck, which tells me that he has got at least an Academy Runes package because he loves doing that. And an Academy Runes package with Engineer Explosives in the main deck could be a phenomenal way to lock out this game. Is he running Claim to Fame? I do not have that information at this time. 4 mana, and we are going for the Gifts Ungiven. Dylan ready to take a little bit. I think he's going for it while he's not going to get hit by a Stubborn enough. Now that Dylan has got a 4-power creature. If Dylan didn't counter the Cryptic Command earlier, it's likely that he doesn't now. And we'll see what Dylan what Jeskai Control is able to come up with as a gifts pile. That's true with Zach Elsick building a new sweet deck. We're going to have to specify again which gifts that we mean. How weird is that? Thank you to everybody who has been following this stream. I do truly appreciate it. I've been highlighting it less because we're kind of trying that out to focus a little bit more on the Magic and pull a little bit away from thinking specifically the follows. Feedback on that is more than welcome. We are trying to get, find that tipping point. And at this point, not to sound arrogant because I don't want to, but like the truth of the matter is that follows are coming in frequently enough that it's starting to pull away from our ability to actually commentate the game at times. Path to Exile, Logic Knot, Snapcaster, Supreme Verdict. If you don't want him to cast a Verdict, you're going to have to put a Verdict and a Snapcaster in the graveyard. At that point, a Path to Exile is live. I think... Thanks, Hoodwinked. I appreciate your thoughts. I still intend to very much interact with the chat. I love interacting with the chat. I think that's important. Sunday was a day. Sunday was a day. Oh, and it looks like Dylan is actually looking to tax him. So he might be giving him the Snapcaster under the idea that if Dylan wants to do something, he's going to have to pay an extra 2 for it. You don't like gifts in a straight control deck? It turns out that there is actually synergy in the deck. This is just what he needed at the moment. During the transition? I don't know what you mean by during the transition. Though, actually, I've got plans for that, too. Plans. I've got them. Got all the plans. Dylan untapping with a Tasigur up. Dylan plays a tap, or Jeskai Control plays a tapped land. 5 lands available. Dylan with, or Grixis Shadow. Goes for an Inquisition. Not many targets to be seen. Unfortunately. And we are going to play yet another land, have a 9 life, and attack in. Mostly Lost, I appreciate your feedback. Would I say to running Spell Pierce and Thoughtseize on the sideboard of Affinity? I do it. Seems like the correct choice. You could do Stubborn Denial too if you choose. Okay. The official Tripnip, that is possible, but logistically difficult. Because you have to you either have to have a program that knows when you did it last, which sounds difficult, but I keep being surprised by what people are capable of. But it's a possibility. I'll think on it. It's a good thought. So Dylan down to 12. Grixis Shadow at 9, which is actually just powering up to some 5/5 Death Shadows. Jeskai Control drops yet another land. Remember that we do have a Celestial Colonnade active, and looks like Grixis Shadow is going to activate the Tasigur, reveal a Stubborn Denial and a Street Wraith. Dylan gonna have to give one of these cards back. Gurmag Angler, problematic. Death Shadow, problematic. Street Wraith, just to draw a card that boosts a Death Shadow. Stubborn Denial, very problematic. Thoughtseize, problematic. Maybe you give in the Thoughtseize, and it looks like we're gonna go with the Street Wraith, taking the random card off the top. That also puts Dylan down to 7. None of these cards are ideal, so you're gonna force Dylan to wait. And of course he draws into a Stubborn Denial, which is going to be a pretty powerful tool at protecting this Tasker. Dylan on Grixis Shadow looking pretty positive in this game 1. What do I think about Jeskai Control in the actual meta? It's blue-white. I think you're just making the mana base a little bit stranger for some more versatility that you may not need. It depends. Helix is quite a card. Lightning Bolt is not phenomenal at the moment. But it's certainly curious. It also makes for better engineered explosives, which I believe that Dylan runs in the main deck. But also Dylan is just a big fan of Jeskai in general. We're going to activate this Tasker, not fetching yet. Reveals Serum Visions and a land. Looks like Jeskai Control has to select one of these cards, a non-land, to put back in the hand, and it's going to be a Death's Shadow. Now, Jeskai Control really looking for a Supreme Verdict and for not dying. A Fatal Push, the draw for Grixis Shadow. So not only does he have an answer to the Celestial Colonnade animating, and it looks like he is okay with falling to 4. It is time for Supreme Verdict or Bust. I would not play that Death Shadow just yet, because you are forcing him into a position of having to go for it. But Dylan does drop it. I'm a little bit surprised because he actually has the ability to counter 2 spells, but it looks like he did already. And I think I would have enjoyed holding on to that so you could protect it no matter what. But I'm not certain it will end up punishing whatsoever. We shall see. Engineered Explosives coming down on 1. Will Dylan choose to respond to this? No, because then I still won't call them Dylan 1 and Dylan 2, so I'll just call them by their deck name. So Jeskai Control drops Engineered Explosives on 1. This will allow him to pay 2 mana to destroy Grixis Shadow's Death Shadow. Leaving behind the Tasigur, still needs to come up with an answer to that one. Without a Supreme Verdict, Grixis Shadow almost certainly in the lead right now. We'll see what he can do with it. Are we going to go for some Serum Visions beforehand? Might as well just set it up. We're going to point a Helix up top. I think if I'm Dylan, I'm okay with this. It's just 3 life, but going down to 6 is kind of risky. But it does mean that your Death Shadow looks a little bit better, even though it is going to die. You do have the Street Wraith, which means that you can draw at instant speed without being able to get countered. So this Scribe does matter quite a bit for Dylan. He has access to whatever's on top. Fatal Push available, still has the Street Wraith in hand, and has got quite a bit of disruption. I think there's at least 1 Stubborn Denial, maybe a Stubborn Denial, and a Serum Visions. Turns him sideways. We're going to activate for 2. Looking to keep up that. Alright, we're going to lose this one. It's going to be a hit for 4. We're down to 3 for Jeskai Control. With a Fatal Push, Terminate, Gurmag Angler, as well as Stubborn Denial to be able to protect against a great variety of things. Having the Gurmag Angler might be why he was willing to play the Shadow earlier. And we're going to cycle now what do we find? It is actually a... Oh my goodness. First of all, most Grixis Shadow doesn't even run that. But second of all, we are going to see a Stubby D. Oh my goodness. Oh no! So Stubby D is going to take it down, and Grixis Shadow is going to take the win. Lightning Bolt, not even a normal card to be seen in these decks. Dylan running it specifically because he wants a way to be able to get that reach when they get to a low life total. And apparently it pays off here in Game 1. Knocks his opponent down to 3. Draws a card off of Street Wraith, and the card he draws is Lightning Bolt. Grixis Death Shadow moving into Game 2 with a win. Jeskai Control already starting to get its sideboarding action going. Now let's take a look. Grixis Shadow, taking a look at what we want to go with. Looks like Collective Brutality is going to be one of our main picks. It has the ability to act as a 2-mana Duress with a little bit of extra versatility. Also a Liliana Last Hope as well as a Stubborn Denial. The Liliana Last Hope able to be an extremely potent win condition when left to its own devices, while also killing opposing Snapcasters. But it mostly just pluses. It can eventually buy back some of your threats that have died to Jeskai Control, being able to get back Taskers, Gurmag Anglers, and Death Shadows as they are put into the graveyard, or if they are already in the graveyard. And if Grixis Shadow can just continually apply pressure with its creatures, or he can force Jeskai Control to have to answer 2 opposing things, which is the opponent's creatures, the Death Shadows, the Taskers, the Gurmag Anglers. Death's Seraphim, thank you so much for the follow. It's a pleasure having you here. Desert Drive, that is exactly it. In fact, the Lightning Bolts went into Dylan's deck right after he lost to some Mirran Crusaders on stream at another local game store, which also happens to stream its modern events on Thursdays, Card Kingdom. After losing to that Mirran Crusader, Dylan put in the Lightning Bolt. Fun fact. I had forgotten the exact catalyst until you typed that very thing. Oh, goodness. Jeskai Control going to be on the play. Looks to be still doing a little bit of that final sideboarding, making sure that all the cards are in the right ratio. Hello to everybody who is joining. It's a pleasure having you here. I hope that your day has been wonderful and amazing. If you are joining for the first time, be sure to hit that follow button. If you would like a shout out and you didn't get one previously when you did follow, say hello in chat. I would love to welcome you by name. Or if you've been following for a long time and you just want me to say hello, definitely feel free to do that. I will happily do so. It's amazing having you all here, and I hope that you are having good days, good mornings, whatever it is, wherever you are. It's going to be an exciting time, and we have got an exciting couple of months planned here at the Geek Fortress stream. What is up, Marduk? How are you? Hello. I hope you are having a wonderful day. How did Grixis Death Shadow win? Because he cycled his Street Wraith and found a Lightning Bolt. See, Trevor, it's good to see ya. How are you doing? Hello, hello. I hope you're having a wonderful day. To be named. Good to see you as always. I know that we got the Affinity win that we were hoping for, but I like your name just the way it is. You are phenomenal. Seraphir, hello, hello. It's good to see you. You are a rock star at all times. Thanks for joining us here in the chat. See, Trevor, hearts right back at you. They look like this. They're in our chest, and they certainly beat through the power of all of your support. This stream is so powered by all of your support. In fact, the computer that we just bought used actually, so fun fact, we have used almost none of the resources that we've acquired through the subscriptions for the last 9 months. We've used a little bit here and there for a couple of things, but mostly what we've been doing and what this new computer signifies is A, the first big purchase entirely through $sub, which is awesome for two reasons. One, it is a step in the direction of a stream that is supported by itself and its subscriptions and its amazing viewer support, which is incredible. We used a little bit over 2/3 of everything that we've acquired up to this date. The backside of that is that it's the first time that we make a big purchase and it's not out of pocket, which is wonderfully exciting for me. So, with this Inquisition, we see Dispel, Crucible of Worlds, Wrath of God, Supreme Verdict, and Spell Snare. Do you take the Dispel or the Spell Snare? I think I would rather take the Dispel. I'm not sure how much value that has. Most of my deck is 1 mana and 6 or 7 mana. So I think I'm okay with the Spell Snare. It will stop a Snapcaster Mage, but that's a problem for a future TJ to deal with. And it looks like what he actually wants to do is not deal with a Crucible of Worlds combined with a Ghost... Ghost Quarter. So, what color is that tie? This tie is black. Pretty straightforward. Yes, it is to be named. It is such a good feeling. So we've got an Inquisition and a land in the graveyard. Thoughtseize is coming down. We're going to fall to 15 for Grixis Shadow. Taking a look at a pretty similar hand. No new draws, just more land. Might end up taking, looks like it is going to be the Supreme Verdict. Dylan looking to keep his Stubby D's live. Stubborn Denial, of course. Counter target non-creature spell, unless its controller pays 1. If you have Ferocious, then they actually, it just is a hard counter. I actually haven't looked at many of the Ixalan spoilers, to be honest. I guess I should, but I haven't. I didn't even realize that there is a new instant speed one. So another land coming down from Dylan, who's down to 14, not lowering his life too much, going for this land tapped, showing that he likely doesn't have Death Shadow in hand and might be going more for the Tasigur Gurmag Angler plan, which we do know is in his hand. Dylan's going to draw for turn. Ooh, and he hits that Liliana. Probably doesn't want to force that one through, A, because he doesn't have a third land yet, and B, going for his third hand disruption effect. We do see a Spell Snare, a Wrath of God, and a Dispel. Takes the Wrath of God continually, not to care about those creatures. Firing down a Tasigur, Dylan out of ways to answer it with 2 counterspells in hand and a 4/5 on the battlefield. And he finds his third land. He knows what cards are in hand. We are almost certainly firing down this Liliana because it survives everything in that hand. And this game is just about done. Plussing this up. Ixidor's Dreams, it's good to see you. Anybody in chat, be sure to follow Ixidor's Dreams channel. I was able to watch it earlier today. It was a delightful time. Absolutely would recommend. Any Living End? I don't know. We haven't seen him yet, but it is certainly possible. Some people have been playing it recently. Dylan at Jeskai Control at 12. Grixis at 10. Jeskai is going to have its 5th land available. Goes for the Supreme Verdict off the top, but still needs to answer the Liliana. Last hope. I don't believe so. Liliana Last Hope, such a potent force now, up to 6 loyalty at a -7. Gets an emblem where Grixis will have an unstoppable barrage of zombies coming in. Jeskai, taking a look at what we can do. 4 mana, goes for a Jace, Architect of Thought. That is not going to be enough. Probably going to minus it. And we are going to go for a Jace or Fiction, Snapcaster, Mystical Teaching, Snapcaster. We're going to put a Snapcaster against a Snapcaster and a Mystical Teachings. Looks like Jeskai is going to take the Mystical Teachings. Lightning Bolt redirecting to the Jace. Grixis draws into a Death Shadow, which gets beneath the Dispel as well as the Spell Snare. Shadow should have gone for returning and recasting Tasigur. I'm not really certain that that's true. Grixis is about to ult its Liliana because it's also holding on to a Stubborn Denial to be able to beat any bounce spells like a Cryptic Command, and ulting a Liliana just straight up wins the game. And there's nothing currently in the graveyard that beats it. I think Grixis Shadow probably made the right choice by plussing up the Liliana. You've already got your one threat. You don't need more. Jeskai Control. What's Jeskai Control's win conditions? Mostly Bolt Snap Bolt, as well as Celestial Colonnade. It is definitely a grindy control deck, very much in the blue-white realm of win conditions. Hello, Icy Sounds. It's good to see you. I hope you're having a lovely day, night, morning, whatever it is, wherever you are. Thought Scour coming down from Grixis. We're going to look at the top two a land and a Serum Visions, actually, and we draw into a Death Shadow, untapping, and where you're going to see an upkeep Snapcaster. Not certain what the purpose of this was. I think Dylan may have missequenced that. I think Jeskai may have just done a little bit of a missequence. I think he intended to cast a spell, then Snapcaster, then cast it. And I don't think it worked out, because I think he forgot to cast the first spell. Not entirely certain. Not certain what just happened, but Grixis takes the win. Jeskai Control offering the handshake, and Grixis takes it in two. A lot of power coming in out of that one. Let's head on up to the booth and see if there are any more feature matches to be seen. I will see you all up there. Hello and thank you for joining. My name is TJ. This is the Geek Fortress stream, and we have got more action coming your way. Keeping an eye out for those backup matches, which we should be moving over shortly. I believe that Dylan himself is working on it. Seemed like he was a bolt away from having a shot to beat the Lily ult. It did seem like that was the case. The problem being that Grixis was actually holding on to the Stubborn Denials to be able to stop it. Unfortunately, that game just went very, very right for Grixis and very, very wrong for Jeskai. Counterpie, don't you go telling Todd that. Don't you go telling Todd. He's got a lot more power than me. I don't want to be on his downside. But thank you. I do love ties. I do very much love the tie game being strong. But Todd looks great. Todd's great. Todd looks way better than me. Oof. Todd's great. So, we're here in round 2. It is going to be great. It's going to be amazing. And not only that, but we have got things coming down the pipeline. I keep saying it because I am so excited. Notably, the fact that we have new cameras in waiting is because of this. How dare my hands decide to become magical on a night like tonight? Well, how dare they, but it's going to spread to my forehead because I'm apparently some kind of sci-fi biotic character or something or other. Does Geek Fortress have more followers than Todd now? It does not. We are behind by probably, I don't know, at least a few thousand would be my guess. Justin, it's good to see you! Thank you so much. You are great. Would I run Denial or Thoughtseize in Affinity? I would run both. The problem is that it's actually Denial or Spell Pierce, not Denial or Thoughtseize. Personally, I like having both. I think most recently I was at one of each, but that was some time ago, so we shall see. We need some sleeve garters. I have sleeves, but like wearing a vest and sleeves is super weird to me. I could always roll down my sleeves. Do we have the most quotes? We have the second most quotes on NTG bot. We're behind Caleb. Caleb's got us beat on quotes, but we are in a close, or maybe, I'm not sure how close I am. See, sleeves and a vest are just not my thing. So I tend to roll up those sleeves. I need more tattoos. I considered getting a cheetah or something on my face. Oh goodness. Oh man, that is certainly an honor. You know, I hadn't considered it. More tattoos. I really liked the amount of tattoos that I have right now, though. I kind of like where I'm at. For that is funny. Just get a cheetah. That'd be pretty cool. That'd be sweet. A cheetah would be dope. Yes, it would. Cheetahs are great. So we're gonna try and get. We're like full body tiger stripes. They're great. Oh man, I love it. I should get a bolt on my bicep. Ooh, that way people know that these guns are dealing 3. Do we think that Liliana's defeat would be a good sideboard card versus Death Shadow? Yes, it's a great. It's like, yes, Liliana's defeat is a great sideboard card against Death Shadow. That doesn't mean that you should run it though. So I don't know for certain. It is absolutely, I think, a great sideboard card if you are expecting only Death Shadow. The card's great in that matchup. The problem is, will you bring it often enough to be worth having an entire slot taken up by it? I don't know. I think it is absolutely a reasonable card. I'm not certain if it's worth 1 of 15. And that's kind of where the issue comes in. But in the right meta, I would absolutely run that. Sure, if I need a single black answer, it's better than, in that particular matchup, it is better than Fatal Push because it also hits Tasigur and it also hits Gurmag Angler and it hits their Liliana Last Hope. So there's certainly some potential for that card.
Hello.
What's up, Coleman?
I got a match for you.
Tell me more about it.
You've got Steven facing the wall,
Interesting.
and you've got AJ on the other side.
Also interesting. What's Steven on these days?
Abzan.
Ooh, against Grixis.
So, you remember when I said people should play elves?
Yeah?
Looks like someone believed me because there's 3 of them here.
Really?
Yeah, I played the mirror.
Interesting. Against Logan or someone else? What game are they on?
Game numero trace.
Alright, let's head on down. We'll see you there. Alright, the players lining up and we are ready to go. Alright, let's update these deck images. For AJ, we are going to have Cryptic Command because that card's great and awesome. For Steven, I think we're going to go with Lingering Souls because that's why you play this deck. So all of Grixis, this is actually Grixis Control, not quite the other, so all of Grixis? Yeah, absolutely, I see what you're saying. Okay, you're going to go back to Ad Nauseam Roots next week? Main deck Leyline or not? I mean, there's a lot of hand disruption out. So, lands for both players. Steven with a Godless Shrine. Shirt alert. I don't entirely know what you mean. But Dark Confidant coming down for Steven now. This is a little bit unusual in Obzon lists, but you normally see these in Jund builds. However, with Siege Rhino and just a generally higher density of more expensive cards, you rarely do see Dark Confidant in these decks. Instead, they run the Siege Rhino. They have the Lingering Souls. They have, yeah, overall just a higher curve. So we'll see if this ends up working out. I think Steven's actually got another one in hand. AJ going with a Thought Scour on himself, trying to build up that graveyard, get some of that control, and I think he's actually got a turn 2 Tasigur sitting and waiting at the moment. Interesting. Some of the Card Kingdom people might. Rhino or Riot. Nice. I dig it. Unfortunately, I don't get a whole lot of control in that department, so AJ drops down his Tasigur using 2 lands and delving away his library. That is going to be a pretty good way to apply pressure against Steven unless he starts dropping things like Lingering Souls. Not quite sure what happened to the Dark Confidant trigger there. I think it may have been the land that he revealed there, and it looks like it is the Lingering Souls. No path just yet against this. If AJ has got an answer in hand, maybe a... Is it Staticaster? Is likely a card that he brought in. Let's take a look because I have access to his list. He does have an Is It Staticaster. Also some number of Surgical Extractions, which he may have brought in for this matchup. Also has Engineer Explosives, which he can put on 1. And he runs Counter Squall. God, I love that card. He's got a Counter Squall on the main deck. Yes. I love that. So Tasigur getting in some damage, and it looks like no block from Steven. Huh. That's impressive, and a Tireless Tracker coming down, playing down the land. We're going to get ourselves a clue, and we are going to bash for 4. AJ finds himself suddenly and dramatically at 13. Zeo1919, thank you so much for hitting that follow button. It's a pleasure having you here. Let's see if I can turn that up again slightly. There we go. Hits coming in. We've got the fetch. We're getting the clues. 2 of these clues available. Steven sitting on 1 mana. AJ turns and attacks for 4. Looks like we have got a tapped land for Steven. And he is going to threaten that Tireless Tracker, who is Steven likely going to fall to. Oh, and maybe before blocks, we're looking at a Fatal Push. Wait, hold on. What are we targeting here? Now I'm thrown off. Are we hitting the Dark Confidant or the Tireless Tracker? Gotcha. Okay. Steven blocks. Okay, gotcha. Kolagon command that. Threw them both in the board, got it laid out. Okay, so Kolagon's command on that goes for the discard, and then Fatal Pushes the Dark Confidant. Alright, there we go. Nailed it. What's up, Alexis Pros? It's good to see you. So, uses the 2 cards to take down 3 of Steven's. When is the new... Oh, it is, actually. It is over. It is, I think, either ordered today or tomorrow. And I'm not certain if I have an image to be able to display on the stream. I should set that up. But we should set up a reveal for it. I'll get the image from him and I'll send it out on my Twitter. So follow at RedBaronMTG or at Geek Fortress, and I'll have him retweet it. But RedBaronMTG is me, Geek Fortress is the store, and we will send out that winner. You're not bad. Oh my goodness! That's a little bit of a highs and lows, Alexis Bros. That rhymed. Okay, so Tasigur, are we gonna swing with it again? I dig it. After taking 2 from the Lingering Souls, throws 1 soul in the way of it, and looks like AJ is going to use 4 of this mana and Damnation the board. Okay, then. Looks like Steven is looking to do something in response here. Using that Scavenging Ooze to eat up the Kolagon's command. The Tasigur is dead. Sweeps the board. Steven at 10. AJ, after fetching, falls to 10 as well. Who is going to have the better board? We see a Serum Visions here for AJ. Whew. Kolaghan's Command is great. I love that card. That card is just bonkers. And AJ is gonna Serum Visions, draws a card. It's an Izzet Staticaster. So all Lingering Souls are now non-functional. Now remember that Steven does have these 2 clues available. And there's actually a Surgical Extraction for Steven. So he could actually rip out some of these cards, and we are firing this off. Interesting to have this card against Grixis Control. Usually you see Surgical Extraction used against decks that are more in the combo realm. But we are going to be searching through, and I think we're just trying to take out Tassigars. And I think we're taking out Tassigars, and it's a little bit strange to be going for that Surgical Extraction. I mean, I've said it before. I think that Surgical Extraction is brought in entirely too often. Nice, mostly lost. That's genius. That is genius. Okay, so we've got Shambling Vent coming down. What's up, Prince Kermit? It's good to see you as always. I hope your day has been lovely. Enjoy the grading. Jesse! Good to see you too. Jesse and Prince Kermit, y'all are both great. And Steven is going to drop down a Liliana. Last Hope. AJ tapped out with a Cryptic Command. Probably going to plus it up. We'll see if AJ can come up with an answer to that through his Snapcaster. Hits another Cryptic Command. We'll see. AJ might end up going for something along the lines of counter, bounce the Liliana, and then can use the Cryptic Command on the following turn to counter the Liliana. But we'll see what he ends up going for. He also has access to that Fatal Push and could even just do Snapcaster Cryptic Command with the inclusion of 1 more land. Instead, I think we're activating the Creeping Tar Pit, and we're going to put Liliana down to 1, keeping Steven from being able to activate it. This is actually a pretty interesting play. The Thoughtseize comes down, you see double Cryptic Command. What do you take? That card is pretty good. And now Steven likely going to be losing this Liliana Last Hope. Next turn, Steven down to 6, which means that AJ's Creeping Tar Pit is becoming more and more of a viable win condition, especially in conjunction with these Cryptic Commands. We're going to lose the Izzet Staticaster and get back some spirits. We're going to play and flash back Lingering Souls. So 4 power on the board for Steven. AJ, in a little bit of a rough spot, might want to fire off. We have not actually. I'm still working out how I feel about all this stuff, but I think I'm excited for it. I was pretty happy when it left, so as long as it's implemented well, then I think I'm okay with it. We're gonna draw a card. We're gonna scry 2. We see land Kolaghan's Command out. That Kolaghan's Command could be huge right now. Likely putting that one on top and the land on bottom. Are we going to see AJ just chip shot in at Steven for 3? Steven forgot to activate his Liliana Last Hope next turn. I think you can probably just attack for 3, and it looks like that is the case. Oh, and actually he's going to take down the Liliana Last Hope, even though that plus ability wouldn't have done anything. I think he could have just gone for the win there, but it is a siege right now on top. Oh, jeez. And actually, we're just going to activate the Shambling Vent. It's a hit for 6. We're down to 4. Did not see that. That does make racing a little bit of a harder situation, though. That can definitely explain why he didn't go for that. AJ, I think, looking to hit a Damnation. He does, actually a land would have given him the ability to snap Damnation. Now he's in a position of trying to do this. All Steven needs to do is actually set up a turn in which pre-combat, AJ is going to have to bounce this or tap the team, maybe draw a card. But now all Steven needs to do is cast this Rhino. It puts AJ down to 1, which means that he can't draw a fetch to be able to go snap into Damnation. And in addition to that, it means that next turn you can force him to Cryptic and then have access to activating the Shambling Vent to attack for the lethal point of damage. So we're up to 11, AJ down to 1, and I think Steven is about to take the win with Abzan. I'm very hopeful that bannings won't be affected by the Modern Pro Tour, and if they are, then I will disagree with them bringing it back. That being said, it is very worth noting that the Pro Tour did not affect what cards were banned from Modern. It only affected when they were banned from Modern. It only affected when they chose to ban the card that they were going to. Tap creature. I mean, tapping the creatures, bouncing the creature land is the line, but it just isn't there. Steven takes it in 3. Whew. Abzan taking it down against Grixis control. Wasn't able to get there. The Lingering Souls, hugely valuable. The Damnation, Steven was able to just recover from it faster. Was able to Thoughtseize away the Staticaster and then drop down the Lingering Souls. And AJ unable to race with his Creeping Tar Pit because of Steven's lifelink on the Shambling Vent. That is a shame. Eldrazi decks are super oppressive. Meh. Keep in mind that talking about bans to me is exceptionally unfun and not something that I'm interested in. But I actually don't find Eldrazi decks at all oppressive. I find Thought-Knot Seer to be the most boring play in all of Modern, but that's whatever. Let's head on up. Hello, it's good to see you all. Thank you so much for joining. My name's TJ. Y'all are Rockstars, and this is the Geek Fortress stream. We're getting ready for round 3, which just got posted. We're going to get informed on that round shortly, likely from Coleman. Ban talk? Yeah, we ban talk here. It's boring. It never gets anywhere. Everybody has their opinions and is unwilling to be convinced, and it just goes nowhere. Ban talks to me are exceptionally boring. No offense to the people who do enjoy those conversations. They can be interesting. They very rarely are. So let's see what we can get for this round 3. I'm excited, and I hope that you are too. Not entirely sure what we're going to have, though. Ban talk? It just... We avoid it here.
So, do you have any requests for round 3?
I know someone was requesting the Esper deck, but we've had a lot of controls, so either way.
I will see what I can do.
Cool, thanks. Man, I hate that door. That door is squeaky. Print that on a t-shirt? Oh, my pleasure. Roundsley. Showing Abzan. Abzan's such a cool deck. I like it. You get Siege Rhino and Lingering Souls, both of which are just powerhouse cards in Modern, which is so funny. How would I play equipment in Modern? What colors and key cards? Oh, Affinity. Cranial Plating. That's what I would use.
Alright, so Dylan chose one for me. You've got Kevin facing the wall.
Okay, actually this is sweet.
And Nathan on the other side. Sure.
Okay, that's actually super sweet.
Nope. He's on Grixis.
He promised me that he was playing a different deck today.
I'm telling you what he is.
You promised me.
Kevin.
You promised me.
I know.
I put this in motion.
What happened?
Wow. Well then. I try to put on a green-white Value Town, green-white Hate Bears hybrid, and he gives me Grixis Shadow. How dare he? How dare he? Humongous, it's good to see you. Thanks for joining. Wanted to put up the Excavator at his card. Oh, well, that's the way that it goes. Okay, so we have got Nightfall versus Grixis Shadow. Let's head on down, see what happens. I will see you there. Alright, the players lining up. Get banned? No, God, you don't get banned for timeout bans. That would be absurd. Doug, it's good to see you. As far as how many rules do we have, mostly be respectful to people, be family friendly. And hold on, do we have any others? Nope. Alright, we've covered them. Rules, be family friendly, be respectful, and timeout bans is the most boring thing in the world. I think we've covered them. I think that's the ground rules. Unless the mods can think of any others that we try to avoid. So, both players lining up. You want to see what happened with no bans? Oh, and don't ask TJ about Project X. You can ask about it, I just won't answer. You can ask about it all you want. Counterpie, that should be a rule, actually. Oh, and be amazing. Yeah, always be a rock star. That's a good one. That's a good rule. So Harry kicking things off with a fetch off of this Flooded Strand. We're going to fall down to 19, possibly 17. It looks like that's the case. Do we have the turn 1 Noble Hierarch? No, we are in fact actually on something else today. Oh, I know what Harry's on. Hold on, he's on Blood Moon. What am I thinking? He's on Madcap Moon. Why did I put down that? Whoops. That's my bad. So it's actually Madcap Experiment. Unban Mr. Moonray? Oh, I could bring back Tommy Moonray. So, 2 lanes for Harry. Now we've got the right deck choice. I don't know what got into me there. I completely spaced. So, Harry on the Madcap Moon. Now, this is the version that runs Pact of Negations as well as the Platinum Angel as your target for your Madcap Experiment. You reveal cards from the top until you find an artifact, put that into play, then lose life equal number of cards exiled from the top. Man, you end up going into usually negative life total. Ferrari, thanks for the follow. You're amazing. Ferraris are great. And I will say Red Winter, just to toss this out. Modern no ban list is a format, and yes, it is busted. We're down to 17 on Kevin's side of the battlefield. Also remaining patient, Harry sitting with a Blood Moon. If he's able to drop this down, does Kevin have the Stubborn Denial? Looks like Harry's not willing to risk it. Maybe waiting to be able to counter a creature that Kevin plays. Untap, play his 4th land, and be able to play through a Stubborn Denial. And he just kicks the turn back. Kevin with no creatures. If Harry drops down his 4th land, we might just see him... Oh, and he's actually going to go for a Snapcaster Serum Visions. Staying nice and patient. Harry not able to react with that very well. He might terminate the Snapcaster just for the purpose of doing so. But Harry is going to take a look, reveal the draw card, and then scry the top 2. I think I'll land on top and I'll Electrolyze on bottom. Fatal Push going to take down the Snapcaster while it can, and Harry's going to draw in, finds himself, I believe, a Serum Visions. Might fire that one off. He's got plenty of mana, and he is looking for a threat. Of course, something that you can always touch on and what you can always own. It's actually a Delver of Secrets. Harry with 3 lands, dropping down the 4th. Will we see the Blood Moon come down? Now, Kevin will still have part of his mana base, but no black mana, which is extremely relevant. Harry actually remaining incredibly patient, however, which is interesting because the Blood Moon beats everything that's currently on the board. He can also pay through the Stubborn Denial, and it cuts off any of Kevin's ability to actually cast spells. Another interesting thing about this deck is actually the basic mountain that Kevin has access to right now, but a Lightning Bolt pointed at this Insectile Aberration. Both players at 17. We're going to Thought Scour ourselves looking for it. Maybe his aim is to try and draw out some of these answers. Kevin drawing a split card there. Was that a claim to fame or potentially something else? We're going to lose the Delver of Secrets. It ends up in the graveyard. Harry with still 3 lands available. No red mana at the moment. Might be... What do I think of the new set, Hour of Devastation? I love it. Is that Ricefall? Okay. Good eyes then. Good eyes. You have a new banner for the stream? Hit me up. Kolaghan's command coming down, pointed at Harry. A lot of patience being shown by Harry, and at this point, I'm not even certain. I really like Hour of Devastation. It's got a lot of cool stuff going on. Oh, jeez. So the Kolaghan's command gets rid of a cryptic. Kevin with a free turn right now. Fires off a Serum Visions. Could go for a great variety of other things, but I'd still think he's actually missing on having a threat. Could be lining up some black mana here off of this Watery Grave. Nope, and it looks like this might be actually the tests. Oh, it's Rise Fall. And I think we are targeting with a Hymn to Turok proxy right now. We are going to hit 2 cards. If they're non-lands, they go to the graveyard. We're looking at Fall here. Target player reveals 2 cards at random from their hand, then discards each non-land card revealed this way. So Kevin, about to roll some random. We'll see what we can find. I love this. Can't quite see what we're looking at here, but we've got 1 card there, and we're going to fire it off, and we hit the second card, Madcap, and Pact of Negation, both hit by this fall. It is now going to be Harry's turn. Did not lose the Blood Moon, notably. Kevin with only 1 mana left. I think we are looking at an opportunity to take down this mana base. If Kevin loses his black mana, he loses his ability to play the game. Harry possibly waiting to actually get the 3rd island before he drops this Blood Moon as well. Now that he has the access to 3 islands, firing this one down, making sure he's got access to Cryptic Command after he drops it, hits the battlefield. Grixis Shadow has almost no capacity to get through this. This may have just won the game unless Kevin can draw his basic. We're going to Lightning Bolt Harry at the end step, knock him down to 13 with Harry fetching down to 16. Has anyone used the hidden land drop mode? Yes, actually, I have. I've done it to where you drop it down plus 3 damage to get a lightning bolt to deal another 3 damage, and then untap and fire off 2 2-mana spells. It felt right. It's a really cool way to accelerate on from turn 2 to turn 4 in Burn, if that's just where you're at, as far as your mana base goes. Fun facts. So we've got a Snapcaster. We're going to remand this, and now no longer any blue mana for Kevin. He is going to be unable to... Oh, I'm sorry. Doesn't remand that. Just hits the target. The Snapcaster on the battlefield. Harry with 4 mana available, and it looks like we are going to get hit down to 13. Very nice emote, Melvin. I love it. And Harry is just going to tap out to cast the Platinum Angel. Kevin, no basic swamp means that he cannot cast Terminate. He does not likely have access to 2 lightning bolts, especially at this moment. So Harry at 11 with a Platinum Angel, and he's still at 11, so even if Kevin were to answer it, still sitting in trouble. Kevin is fighting an uphill battle, kicks it back to Harry, and we are going to draw a card. Possibly a free swing was available for Kevin if by signaling that he could have a lightning bolt. The problem is that if Harry has counter magic, then he is playing into a trap. Oh my goodness, and the Platinum Angel comes down. This deck has been on camera a lot the last few weeks. I think this is only its 3rd time on camera ever. It was a backup match earlier today, and then it was on once during last Saturday or Wednesday, and I think that's it. It's definitely been on, though. The deck is sweet. Crashes in for 18. We're going to be falling down, down, down. 2-4. Can Kevin find the answer? Oh, 5. My bad. At 5. What's up, Boot? It is good to see you. Counter Squall is revealed. Grixis Shadow with Delver, is that the new tech? It's actually closer to old tech than new tech. I know Ryan Overturf was a fan of it for a bit, but generally decks haven't been moving in that direction. Harry takes the win with these Platinum Angels. Dropping that Blood Moon was enormous and a really big issue with that game, and I know we touch on it a lot, but if you were going to address the Death Shadow deck, you have to recognize that one of the easiest ways to attack it is that the deck runs 8 ways to win. Now, Kevin is throwing off this number a little bit by running these Delvers, but the amount of ways that this deck can win is extremely limited. It just is. So if you can come up with a deck that can address their ability to not only keep them, but actually play them, a Blood Moon against Kevin is enormously powerful, because if you can cut him off of the black mana, then you can actually keep him from casting all of his threats. Taskers, not available. Gurmag Anglers, not available. Death Shadow, not available. What Kevin is left instead with is Delvers. You know what we haven't seen at all from Kevin is actually the Shadow. I wonder if this is just Grixis Delver. He's been on Grixis Shadow in the past, and I wonder if he's just on Delver today. But he's been running Delver cards. So I think it is Delver. I'm sorry, he's been running Shadow cards. He's been running Shadow cards, but we shall see. Orinel, it's good to see you. Jackopup, hello as always. Jank is the only true expression of magic. Fair enough. So I'm not quite certain. Maybe this is back to Delver. I thought it was Shadow. We'll have to see if we can see the shadows in the deck now. Otherwise, got to be pretty careful. Madcap Moon, of course, a Blood Moon, Blue Moon deck. Any mono green tonight? Possibly. We haven't seen it on camera, but that doesn't mean it's not here. I have fairly limited, though. Fun fact, he did deal himself a lot of damage, Freddy Bob. Fun fact. Oh my goodness, I love having answers for all this. I have been working so hard for the last 3 weeks to a month on all the projects that we have coming down the pipeline, so now I actually have answers for all this one. Do we know if it's out there? No, but we are currently developing a way so that we can actually track metagames more accurately. We still have a lot to figure out. In fact, it's one of the things that we have the most development to still do in the conceptual stage, but we are working on coming up with a way to more accurately track the mana or more accurately track the meta and display the meta. We are very much working on that right now. It is on our to-do list. I'm very excited about that. Who only dealt himself 3? Maybe this is Delver. We're going to change this to Grixis Delver. There we go. There we go. Lantern is not supposed to beat Burn. Oh, well, that's sweet. You miss Infect? I also miss Infect. Infect is sweet. I really do love it. I do love it. We're just talking archetypes, not full lists. Yes, we are just talking archetypes. But we are looking at ways to not only track archetypes, but also... I don't want to get it too in-depth into it, because I like spreading out this information a little bit at a time. But when I say what I'm looking to do is be able to track the meta, or what I'm looking to do is track the meta. That's about as much as I'll say at the moment. Right now, the big hype is that we have a brand new computer on the way right now. And it is going to be Choice. Is Infected Mirror a good idea for Affinity? Nope. Not at all. The big benefit of Affinity is the versatility of its game plan. Having cards that fill multiple roles is enormous. The reason why you're able to run an infect creature in the form of Inkmoth Nexus is because it has the versatility of A, being a land, and B, having the synergy with the Blinkmoth Nexus. Love it. Oh, the new PC is incredible. I will try and get a quick write-up from Ian so that I can describe it, because he can describe it much better than I can. But do know that it is a server build PC with 2 processors that is designed and created with very much the intent of being able to consistently run just about anything that I can plan to throw at it for the next foreseeable future, as well as also act as a phenomenal machine for both audio and video recording and editing. So hopefully that's exciting. But he will be able to describe the machine much better than I can, and I will see if I can get a better write-up on it. But it is, I do know that it's dual processor. I don't know what that means, Count a Pie. I'm really not phenomenal with computer stuff. Remember, all of our builds right now are based around being future-proof for the foreseeable future. They are Xeons, actually. It's 2 Xeons. Remember that everything is based around my ambitions, and my ambitions are far beyond what we're doing right now as a stream. We have a lot of potential at the stream, and I fully intend to exceed it all. What is that?
Curse of Chains.
Hey.
Enchanting creatures. We name each other. Tap enchanting creatures.
Just the name works.
It's a magic card.
That is a Curse of Chains. That it is. Whew. We do have a YouTube. We do have a YouTube. That's actually pretty phenomenal against Death Shadow. Can you tweet? Sure. Go for it. Tweet away. Tweet away. Tweet a tweet. Harry dropping his 2nd land, and Kevin untapping 2 lands available. Taken out the Serum Visions with that, was not able to take the Curse of Chains. Drops down a tapped land. This is definitely Delver if he's not taking damage purposefully. Still at 17, Harry drops down his 3rd land, 2 basics available, wants to make sure that he's got access to 3 before casting Blood Moons. We do still have Pact of Negation. We've got a Pia Inkir Nalar, which is such a sweet card, and we are going to bolt down to 17 for Harry. Kevin, untapping, has got 3 mana available. What can we do? What can we do? End of draw step. Harry going for a fetch. This screams Vendilion Click. How are we going to take a look? Are we going to get to see what is under the Magician's hat? Will we see the secrets that Kevin is hiding from us? What's up, BitBite? It is good to see you. Hello to anybody else who is joining for the first time. Hello to anybody else who is joining for any other time beyond that. You are all amazing and incredible and an enormous part of what this stream is. A Kolaghan's Command in response, targeting that and forcing a discard. Pact of Negation goes away, and we are still going to get to take a look. 2 Counter Squalls and a Snapcaster Mage. Probably going to leave it. That does still enable the idea of, and we're actually going to get rid of the Snapcaster Mage. That was the click, right?
Yeah.
That... Okay. P and Kier Nalar coming down for Harry, looking to make sure that that's going to survive, and that is going to do. We're going to make 2 Thopters. Someone stole ours. And Kevin is going to head into his turn. Harry trying to find a suitable replacement for these Thopters. Going to be using 2 servos by the look of it, and that is what he's going to do. Someone took our Thopters, and I have yet to replace them. I've been working on other stuff, and I apologize. We're down to 14 for Kevin. 14 all. What can we do? What can we do? Kevin with his 4th land available, but no pressure just yet. And up against a Pinkir Nalar, the red lingering souls, as some have called it. I would call it that as well. It is fantastic. I love Pia and Kier Nalar. The mom and pop Thopter shop, open for business. So we've got 2 of these out, flying Thopters in the world. The Fatal Push is going to combine with that fetch line to take care of P and Kier Nalar. And we're going to fall down to 12 on Kevin's side of the battlefield. Untaps, draws a card. He's got 4 mana, 4 mana available at the moment. Kicks the turn back. A lot of draw go happening in a matchup that doesn't seem like it should be. Grixis Delver almost transforming into a Grixis control, and maybe that's the post-board game plan. The problem is that playing a control game plan against Madcap Moon, especially, and one thing that I'm a little bit thrown off by, is Kevin's eagerness to continually fetch for dual lands, even though he got Blood Mooned out of the last game. And he's had opportunities for these fetch lands. He does drop one down now, which can actually search up for either. But there have been a couple occasions in which he's fetched and not gone for a basic, but still grabbed a tapped land, which confuses me, but he must have something in hand. What is up, Kin C? It is good to see you. I hope your day is wonderful. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you. More lands, and we are going to grab a basic for Kevin, so we are lining this up now. We're going to have the basic island available, maybe going to be fetching for the basic swamp next turn. Without many basics in the deck, it definitely isn't super effective. Mega Shock, it's good to see you. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Your name is pretty cool. Mega Shock should be a card. Probably out of Dragons of Tarkir. Snapcaster coming down, maybe looking for a Kolaghan's Command. Does Harry want to stop it? Looks like we've got a fetch here. He's going to fall down to 13. We might be looking at a Cryptic Command on the... Oh, and we're actually going to Cryptic Command the Kolaghan's Command, I assume. No, it's just going to be a remand, but because it was exiled to begin with, it doesn't even actually have an option to be cast again. That remand is just a counterspell. Draw a card when you are hitting something that was coming out of the graveyard, because it is now exiled, so it cannot go back to the hand. Kevin, with the Snapcaster, draws into a Serum Visions, does still have access to these counter squalls, draws his card, and is going to be scrying 2. I believe I saw another Serum Visions, and now he's got a land in a Serum Visions. Looks like we were putting the land on top, potentially. Venus, it is good to see you. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Possibly going to fire off this other Serum Visions to just draw into what he put up top and line up some few more scries. Overlord, thank you so much for the follow, and we've got an attack for 2. Harry down to 11. Not a whole lot of action. Kevin keeping up the ability to hold up both of those. Mahu Flame, hello, it's good to see you. You are a rock star. Welcome to the Geek Fortress stream, and hello to anybody else who is joining for the first time. My name's TJ. This is Geek Fortress. We do this 3 times a week, every Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday, and you are all incredible. An attack for 1, leaving up 1. We're down to 6 on Kevin's side of the battlefield. Harry almost purposefully putting him within the range of 2 lightning bolts. Jub, it's good to see you. How you doing? Work was long, but it's great to see you. You were... Oh, Legoland is sweet. That must be cool. Tweak Geek, it's good to see you. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Welcome to Geek Fortress. You're more than welcome here. Serum Visions from Kevin. We're going to draw our card, take a look at the top. What can we find? It's a Thought Scour and a land. If you do want that Thought Scour, you can actually keep the land on top. That way you're less likely to put a card into the graveyard that you wanted. Weird little fun fact there, but not always correct, because you may actually just want something to hit with a Snapcaster in the graveyard. The game is weird and full of horrors. I don't know. You don't really like that hanging back with the Thopter? I think he just likes the idea of being able to trade with the Snapcaster, and he's still ahead. And it also depends a little bit on what's in hand. Yeah, it's great. Oh, I actually have family in the LA area, so I'll be there eventually. You'll probably know when it's happening. I'll be announcing it on my Twitter, because I like going to places. You're good? Looking forward to the return of the Modern Pro Tour? I am hopeful about it. I understand, Oranel. Life happens. I appreciate you being here, though. You're still amazing at all times. Level Up Games. Hold on. I may have been there. Is the counter immediately on the left and it kind of curves back and then to the left and it's in this almost kind of shopping mall kind of feel? And you had a couple of players last year go to GPLA and X2 or something like that. You had someone top 16 there. I may have been there last year. I think I went there actually last time that I was in California, or one of the most recent times that I was in California. I was there. Alright, so we've got a Jace Architect of Thought, Kevin, looking to respond, debating does he want to fetch and go down to 3 against a deck that runs Lightning Bolt. I'm not currently planning on going to Eternal Weekend. And we've got a Counter Squall on the Jace Architect of Thought. And a Dispel from Harry. Is it going to be another Counter Squall? Yes. Oh, no, and it's a Pact of Negation from Harry. Kevin potentially trying to target the Dispel so that he would actually force Harry to lose 4 life. But then the Pact of Negation takes them both down. Harry is going to have to remember his own upkeep trigger, but we are going to plus that. And attack for 1. Attacking creatures get -1, -0. Woo. Who said that the stack doesn't exist in Modern? Jace Architect of Thought just fought over 4 mana Jaces. They seem to be good. You think you remember seeing me there? That is crazy. That was probably before you even watching the stream, wasn't it? It's a small world. We were a very itty-bitty stream back then. At the time, we were probably sitting at about, I don't know, maybe 1,000 followers, maybe 2,000. Which was, actually, I guess not that long ago. I don't know. Time's super weird for me at this point, to be quite honest. So, kicking it up to 6. That Snapcaster not looking too useful, but Kevin's still keeping it back, and I'm a little bit surprised that he's not trying to get aggressive with it. But now we have it coming in at the Jace Architect of Thought. Back down to 5. Shadow Eagle 8. Thank you so much for hitting that follow button. It's a pleasure having you here. Ooh, that's cool. Now that's our subscribers numbers. Oh geez. If we had 1,000 subscribers, I would probably make this my full-time job. In fact, almost certainly. It's a good... Luckily, that is pretty infeasibly far off. That is a long way off. Wait, so we deter... Oh yeah, I'm certain that this is Delver, not Death Shadow. I am absolutely certain of it. And the Blood Moon is the take. We're going to cast that Blood Moon. Looks like Kevin looking to fetch in response. He's down to 3. Do we have the Lightning Bolt in hand? It doesn't look like that's the case, but we are forcing him down into bolt range. Luckily, I'll tell you what, when we get another 900 subs out of the blue, I'll consider it pretty heavily. But I think, luckily in terms of my workplace and the fact that I have a pretty good career going there. Jace down 2-1. Kinsey! Thank you! That's so kind of you. I really do appreciate that. Oh, you're helping us buy a computer and enact on all this stuff. I'll be honest, I'm pretty much draining the reserves of sub money for all these upgrades that we're doing, so we're going to have to delay some of them until they build back up, and you are helping us with that Twitch Prime sub. Thank you so much for the support. That is incredibly kind of you. And, woo, that is a Snapcaster Mage, and we are going to target this Serum Visions. Bolt off the top. Hey, oh my goodness. Ninja Mirror of Pirate Town. Thank you so much for hitting that follow button. Kin, that's so kind of you. I really do appreciate that. Those Twitch Prime subs are so nice. That is super kind of you. Thank you for the support. It truly, genuinely means the world to me. That is so impactful to me, and I don't know. I'm going to avoid getting too sappy at the moment. I'll say that. Cryptic Command out to protect the Snapcaster Mage. When Kevin is at 3, suddenly, and the Dispel, the final card in hand for Kevin, takes it down. It's now a Jace and a Blood Moon against a Snapcaster. Harry at 8. And I think Harry has got the Madcap Experiment in hand. We'll see if that ends up coming to fruition. But I could get sappy about how I feel about the idea of people supporting what we do here. I will say this. I have put just about this stream is very much a product of me. And so to avoid sounding egotistical, because it's not quite like that, but when people compliment the stream or support the stream, it is very, very personal for me, and it means the world to me, so thank you. Lightning Bolt coming in. That's looking to be the win. Do we have it? And we're going to Fatal Push the Snapcaster in response. And it looks like Harry is going to snap that to negation. Whoa, Harry with the gotcha to take it in 2. Request for round 4. More control. The stream is about the people at the store. The stream is about the people at the store, but it is something that for the last 2 years, I have put hundreds and hundreds of hours into. In fact, let's find out. If I were to just quickly do the math. Let's just pretend that we weren't streaming for 4 times a week for a good amount of time. Shadow, thanks for hitting that follow button. It's a pleasure having you here. No Tron requests. And let's say that instead of, we're probably close to like 90 weeks right now, but let's say that we've only done like 80. At bare level, if I'm undershooting for getting every major event that we've ever done, and undercutting how many weeks that we've done this, and just assuming that we've just done 15 weeks forever, I have put at least 1,200 hours into this stream. And that's also excluding all the back-end stuff of just when I'm working on the stream and not live. So, it's been quite a bit. Did I ever check Discord after you told last stream? I will look into that, BitBite. I will absolutely look into that. Kinsey, come play. I would love to play. Any Scred tonight? There might be. Let's head on up. I'll see you there. Hello and welcome to the Geek Fortress stream. My name's TJ. It's awesome having you here. Welcome to the stream, which is based out of Geek Fortress. Exciting things coming down the pipeline. The store is getting ready to move down the street to a much bigger location where we will have a much better setup for this stream as well. It's super exciting. Thank you, everybody. Ken, if you were ever in the store, definitely reach out to me. I would love to play. Is there any Scred? Maybe, but I don't know for certain. BitBite, I will look into it. Who won that? It was the Madcap Moon in 2. It won with a lightning bolt at the end of it. Is there any way that you could get a copy of our burn list from MTGO? Yes, there should be. Send me something on Twitter and I will take care of it. Freak, thank you so much for the sub. That is amazing. You were incredible, and thank you so very much for the support. It means the world to me. It's incredible, and it helps us do what we're doing, which is boosting this stream up into the next age of this stream. We are moving into a new era of this stream. Oranel, have a good one. Enjoy it. It was awesome having you here, but thank you. Does anybody play Band Company? We do have a Nightfall player, which is pretty close if you just, you know, add the free win combo to it, so that's pretty interesting. Don't let TJ fool you. Tommy Moonray is single-handedly the most important part of Geek Fortress. Wrong. The most important part of Geek Fortress is the players, and you. And the people, actually, it's pretty much the people who help us do it. To be named, you're super cool. Thank you so much. Thank you, Freak, again. That is incredible. Seriously. Seriously. Thank you. No more tiny booth. We are actually working on the new one. It is still going to be its own room, but we are going to have its own room. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be amazing. We're already designing some of the stuff for that and how we're going to be able to accommodate all the new technology that we're going to happen. You need to move out there? Yes, you do. And if you actually do want to, feel free. We would love to have more people out here. This store could always use more players. Samantha Pear, thank you so much for hitting that follow button. And Steven is about to drop some hot knowledge on me.
May I join you?
Oh, sure.
You don't have a buddy yet.
Check it out. I did some super simple math undercutting everything. This is how many hours I've spent in the stream. Just live, if we've only streamed 15 hours a week instead of when we were on 4. And if I've only done it for 80 weeks instead of the more probable, like,
More than that.
we're a lot closer to like 95 right now. But that's quite a lot.
That's a big number.
That's a lot of hours. Let's see here. I like the vest. I think I should rock a suit with it. Agree. But I don't own that many suits. I only have the one. I am working on that though. I've got 2 suit jackets. Yes, should be fun. Oh my goodness, are we double featuring viewer? Oh geez, we're triple featuring viewers. Doro, look at you! Congratulations, Matt Miller, Basilin, and JD Quack. It's awesome having you golden guys. It's a great show, but like, you know, the juxtaposition. Anyway,
Yeah.
great. It's good to see you. You're amazing. And thank you to the featured viewers. Y'all are delightful. Eric Medina. Steven, how are you?
I'm doing well.
That's a cool Geek Fortress t-shirt.
Yeah. I got it at geekfortress.com.
Geek Fortress Games.
geekfortressgames.com.
Ah, look at you.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
Let's see.
It was, I think, $20-something.
Also, free. Thank you. You deserve it.
And it says Team Fortnite on it. And it says Geek Fortress on the back.
Yes. I'm actually super. I like that. Oh, did you see the new playmat?
For...
At the store.
I've seen a version of it.
Oh, it's done.
Okay, I've not seen the final version now.
It is sweet.
Yeah.
It is awesome. I'm excited to cast some spells on it. No, you promised me green white value town hate bears hybrid.
I completely I hadn't played it in like 6 months, and I completely forgot that I promised. So I was like, really, because I was getting really good pre-games in.
So you just, it's okay. I
Yeah.
forgive you. You're
I'll play
great.
next week for you.
Cool.
You're just getting so many followers lately.
I know. IQ, that IQ thick though. Thanks so much for hitting that follow button. I know. We had to minimize the text.
I was watching Todd play the Green White Value Town, and I'm building Green White Hate Bears, and I realized like Green White Value Town is like basically the same deck, but with less of the expensive cards. Like,
Yeah, you should just build Value Town.
because I can build Value Town, and then as I get more of the pieces, just go to Hate Bears because like
If you want to, but
Courser-
Value Town is really
coursers
good.
aren't expensive, and I already own a Whisperwood Elemental.
Yeah, but like Value Town is super good.
Yeah.
How much coffee do I drink? 0. The last coffee that I drank was probably at least, I don't know, 2 to 3 weeks ago, maybe 4. I don't know. I drink it occasionally if I'm like, if someone's like, "Do you want a coffee?" and I'm like, "Sure." And I'll sip it.
Yeah.
But no, where does all the energy come from? Still working that out. I think it's just kind of me.
His shoes don't have soles, like they're just like covers for the tops of his feet, and he absorbs nutrients from the earth as he walks.
I've got my Flintstone shoes.
Yeah.
That actually helps me. I don't even have an engine in my shoes. It's entirely foot power.
Yeah.
I just
Just
put my
nothing-
feet at the bottom and move my shoes
His
forward.
shoes purely for decoration. Yeah. He doesn't actually even have a bed. He just has like a small like pot filled with like some soil, and burrows in and just
When I get a glass of water before bed, I just kind of pour it on the soil.
yeah, he poured on his
beside
feet.
me.
Yeah. Where is Coleman? I don't know. I thought he was in here. So.
No, he's playing elves unless he.
Well, he was playing elves, but then I was trying to find out where he went, so I just assumed he was in here, and because I wanted to come sit in here, and I'm like, oh, he's in there, and then
He's
like,
probably outside doing cool fidget spinner tricks.
yeah.
Oh, I should show Steven my new pics. Oh, you
What are
want
we-
to see our new potential emote fodder?
Oh man.
Or our new banner?
I like that one better.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, it's gonna be sweet. Shoes have no soles. My shoes don't have soles. Yours do. And it's really important. They really appreciate all the effort that you do walking in them and making sure that they feel important. And they really appreciate that you give them the chance to prove themselves by really protecting you and being a part of your life.
How's Modern been going today?
Modern's been going wonderful. Lots of
Are we
control
seeing
out there.
really neat stuff? Yeah, it's very different than Sunday.
Sunday. And actually, I just kind of love that. I love that our meta like shifts, and it's really exciting because we're working on developing a way to like track the meta, and it feels like every almost like month,
Yeah.
every 3 weeks to month and a half, we see this shift in how the meta tries to approach itself, and so you'll see all the aggro decks and suddenly all the control decks kind of move in, followed by all the and it's super cool.
It's funny talking to people who weren't here on Sunday, like then they were watching the stream, they're like, oh man, Geek Forge is such a huge affinity meta, and it's like,
We have like
we've got a regular amount of affinity, it's just that they all won.
They just,
Yeah.
I mean, partly they did well because we don't have that many during the main
Yeah.
part of the week.
Right,
So
and so
people
no
took
one-
out their affinity hate.
Mhm.
And then just knocked them down.
How do you feel about Kataki over Stony Silence, with the idea that you can hit Kataki off a collected company and not a Stony Silence?
So Kataki is better against affinity.
Yeah.
Stony Silence is better against more. Like
That makes sense.
Stony Silence hits more targets.
Yeah. Like,
So I actually do enjoy it, and I think a split might be the best.
cool.
That being said, I'm not an expert on the deck. So if you just want to like shut down
Yeah.
affinity and
Wait, an expert on affinity or anything else?
Hi, Cody. Thanks for hitting that follow button. You're important. Just like everybody else who's currently in here. If you ever think to yourself, am I? Yes. Yes, you are. H2O Nexus 1. Let me just tell you something. Steven can probably attest to this. Every single day I look forward to this. Like, straight up every day. And I know that
Talking
there's
about
a good-
fidget spinners.
And there's like a bunch of other people. And the fact is that like the interaction with this community and creating a product for all of you is something that I am so excited to do on a daily basis. And that is 100% because of every single one of you. So yes,
Yes.
you're important.
It's true fact.
Thought I'd get a little bit wholesome. How'd it go?
It was very wholesome.
Hooray! Funko Pop figures are the new Beanie Babies.
Well, I disagree with that, because Beanie Babies were Magic trading cards and baseball cards all got value later, so
Uh-huh.
Beanie Babies are gonna do the same thing, and everyone bought Beanie Babies and no one cared.
I think Funkos are exactly the same.
But people,
Everybody's buying.
I don't think that they're gonna be one of those things. It's like, oh, they're gonna be worth so much later. But like, I mean,
Some
there's
people are.
some of them are. Like Dylan has like the Target exclusive Weapon X ones.
Oh, he's got the bears. Yeah, the bears have the.
And then, but it's just like they're also just really cool to have otherwise. Whereas Beanie Babies are like not.
It's funny because they were cool. They were just as cool as Funkos were at the time. They
Yeah.
were exactly the same. I think they actually are.
I don't know, but I think that pop culture is more pop culture.
It is now, but at the time,
When popular culture wasn't the popular culture, whereas popular culture now super popular culture. It's like pop culture is pop culture.
how many Funko Pop figures do you have?
0.
Me too.
I'm not a fan of like sentimentality,
Me too.
or like I'm not a fan of like something that doesn't provide use.
Gordzini, hello, thank you so much. It is interesting. Would you like to guess how many like things from home I have at my desk at work?
I'm gonna guess maybe 1. Not even the.
I have a Rubik's
You have
Cube.
more stuff. Like this is your second deck, and your second. Woo!
I keep
second
a Macho
desk.
Man Randy Savage magazine here.
And also the corn.
And I get that corn out of my
Woo!
Frosty! Thank you so much. That's super kind of you. You are awesome.
Is that a different kind of sub?
That is a $9.99 sub. Oh my goodness.
What's the difference?
That means it's $9.99, not $4.99.
Is it like?
We get 60% of those subs as opposed to 50%. So actually, we're making. Oh my goodness. That might be our first ever $9.99 sub at 2. Or at least the first one that I've noticed. Frosty the Giant.
That's so cool. I didn't know that was
Someone should
a
make a
thing.
song about you.
Yeah.
Probably Christmas timey. It was 2 months?
Doro.
You did that for 2 months in a row? And I didn't even notice the first time? I'm so
No, I
sorry.
think maybe if you sub for $9.99, it does it for 2 months instead of 1 month.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Least you can do for me? Jeez, that feels like the most that you can do for me. Thank you. Wrong stream. My B. Z must be on.
Yeah. Doro amiibos are at least have a purpose. Like you can use them. They give you in-game stuff for some things. Mostly lost is just mostly lost.
We do only. That is our first ever.
That's an
$9.99
option.
sub.
Wow.
Yeah, the $24.99.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, we don't have any of those. But, geez.
You could be the first $24.99 one.
25. We need to make a $10 sub emote. We never needed it. We do not. We have 0 of those of the $24.99. I think that feels like a bit much.
We do not have any of the 25 subs yet, but you could be the first.
Ooh, who wants to be the first? Frosty the Giant going down in history as the first $9.99, which reminds me, maybe we should make those new faces.
We should make our background Frost Giant or Frost Titan.
I can't do it on the fly,
Well,
unfortunately.
for the next stream, then.
Yep. The $10 subs need to be higher quality. I mean, we did just get 2 brand new pictures of TJ of a new PogChamp.
Yeah. That's not very PogChamp. That one's more PogChamp.
I'm really worried that this is going to be the exact same pictures. Oh, goodness.
the pop figures gives fake satisfaction about it.
Okay.
I mean, it's a good way to, like, it's a really good, immediate, and very quickly grokkable image of, like, this person likes this thing. So you invite a new friend over to your house. They can just see your pop figures and instantly know a ton about you.
That's a good point.
Like, it's a really good, like, flash. Just like, I know who you are. It's like, hey, I like that thing, too.
So, like, pop figures are kind of like the new way of, like, putting movie posters on your wall.
Yeah.
Or, like, your favorite boy bands and stuff. Like, I know how
Probably.
you had a lot of NSYNC and Backstreet Boys way
You're
back when.
right. No. NSYNC, not Backstreet Boys.
98
Come on.
degrees.
No, I saw O-Town.
I don't even know what that is.
It was the most unfortunate day in my life, going to see O-Town and just being completely disappointed.
I once got
It
to
was like
see...
an accident.
I once went to, like, this variety concert that like one of the radio stations put on, and I got to see Black Eyed Peas live.
Interesting.
I mean, that's about the most I'd say about it. Yeah, it was interesting.
Yeah.
You have all the Fifth Element pops, and they rock. Fifth Element is a great movie.
Multipass?
Multipass.
I've seen Fifth Element like so many times, but never all at once.
Really?
Yeah, it's one of those movies that I've definitely seen the whole movie multiple times, just never from start to finish.
You've clipped it out.
Yeah.
Interesting. Maybe we should do something like $10 or $25 subs get to choose one deck to see on stream per week month, but we don't really have any control.
It's like
over
we
that.
like it was like, hey, it's like, yeah, you should play like swans, and it was like, anyone got swans? No, too bad.
Like, I will brainstorm some ideas, and Frost the Giant, you will get to really kind of test drive
Have a little
whatever idea that we come up with.
sway.
A little sway. You'll have a little bit of sway. Send me a whisper on Twitch to Red Baron MTG, not to Geek Fortress, and I'll shoot some stuff. Your $25 sub, you can get a Lantern player on cam.
I don't think we have anyone playing Lantern out there.
Boy, we need to change that now. Quick,
don't you own Lantern?
I own it, but it's not put together right now.
No, bummer.
I could.
And Sam's friend isn't here.
Sam does play it though.
Yeah.
Oh no, I know
His
who you're
friend
talking
who
about.
plays.
Jackson?
Yeah.
Yeah, Jackson's not here. Jackson does play Lantern.
Whoa, Glorious Lumi. Please no spoilers. Although I already knew that. And it's not even. a
That's
spoiler.
actually not that's not even related to the movie.
Yeah.
What if $25 subs get to make me play the deck of their choice on my stream? I would need to have the money to afford those decks.
Yeah. The also spoiler: Bruce Willis is in The Fifth Element. He was a ghost the whole time in that movie.
Oh no!
I don't think like making TJ play Lantern is like. I don't know. Because you're not going to be like, this is terrible.
No, I like Lantern.
It'll just be like, oh, I'm playing Magic.
I like Lantern. I am working on solving the problem that I can only play Burn currently, though.
Whoa, your arm is.
I know.
Why?
Because, well, partially because, like, we're starting to hit the maximum of this computer.
Yeah, I see.
Which is why we bought a new machine last night.
Oh, nice.
Which is on the way.
Cool.
No, I genuinely like playing Lantern. That's not a meme either.
No.
I really enjoy playing Lantern. The reason why I don't play Lantern is because my opponents don't like me playing Lantern.
Yeah. Lumber. He likes playing things that don't cost more than like 2 mana, except for Ensnaring Bridge.
I like synergy-based decks, but actually, I play just about everything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I had that happen to me earlier this week. It's like, I borrow a deck like all the time. I borrow decks all the time.
Oh
So
yeah, you
I've played just about every deck in Modern. It's like, but I thought you didn't like Modern. Well, I don't like Modern, but it doesn't mean I don't play Modern.
Yeah. TJ just likes Magic. Yeah, that's basically it. TJ just likes Magic.
Mm-hmm.
I just like playing games. And also, I don't play that much Magic these days, especially since I've taken a little bit of time off of my home stream.
Yeah.
To focus on Project X, as well as the fact that I've been spending like the last month. I've been doing some cool stuff.
Project X just sounds so ominous, and it has nothing to do with like Magic, doesn't it?
Nope.
Does it have like nothing to do with Magic?
Not even close.
Isn't it like work related?
Uh,
Oh, is it
no.
a personal project?
It is a personal project.
Okay.
Yep.
Interesting.
Yep. Who's my favorite commander if I play it? Thanks for the follow, by the way. Animarm was my favorite for a long, long time. Riku of Two Reflections is like super nostalgic to me. I really enjoyed my Azusa Squirrels only deck. That was a really fun deck. If I were to... Oh, I've been really enjoying Yidris.
Yeah.
Yidris was super sweet.
The Nora's version, the School Bus Tribal.
What?
It's School Bus Tribal because it plays every wheel, and the wheels on the bus go round and round.
We probably should stop calling it Project X.
Project
Why?
X is the name of that party movie.
It's not that.
Well,
That movie's like 9 years old.
It is. I like that movie.
I kind of like the ominous name to it. It's kind of fun. Because like I want to say that I'm working on it because it's fun to give people like updates, but it's just a side thing at the moment. So that will be revealed once it comes to fruition. Gaming Mandroid. I don't know. I said that with an accent, but it's still fun. How are we looking at that next round? We're at turns.
Nothing's
Are you
happening.
sure that there's not a Lantern player out there? Because like
I'm gonna go check. I'm gonna find out. I'll be right
these
back.
rounds are killing us. Well, that doesn't sound very good. I guess I should change. Alright, everybody come up with a good new name for Project X. Come up with cool names that are also family friendly, and I will consider them if I like it. You just like playing Magic as well, and apparently your love for Magic is infectious. Ooh, that's good. That's good. Project X is a ride at Legoland. And, oh, that is interesting, actually. Project Blueberry. Project U. Huh. Project Z. Project W. Interesting. Operation Sleeping Stone. Working on not Project X. Fun Necro, it's good to see you. Thanks for hitting that follow button. It's a pleasure having you. Hello to anybody. Thanks for joining while we're kind of in the middle of stuff at the moment. I'm kind of liking Project Blueberry just because it sounds funny. Project Betalpha. Project Betalpha. Don't typo my phrase. Oh, Stepping Stone, not Sleeping Stone. Whoops. Oh, I typo so often that I can typo an actual sentence that I'm speaking. Project Flail. Project Stop Resume. Mr. Dr. Professor Dex. Oh, yes. Oh, I love these. These are all amazing. These are some good project names. Oh goodness, it's funny. He couldn't stop. He could save others from typo, but not himself. Brendan Busby, thank you so much for hitting that follow button. It's a pleasure having you here. Oh goodness gracious, what a day that we're having. What a day. I'm excited. I'm liking a lot of these names. I'll have to think of one of them, but these are good. These are good. You're kind of disappointed. It has nothing to do with MTG, trust me. I've got enough projects that are Magic related that this one being on the side of it all will be fine. I have got about... They're disappointed that that project doesn't do with anything that's Magic related. The nice part is that I've got about 30 projects that are Magic related. You know some of them, right?
Absolutely not. I've been not here very much.
Okay, apparently not.
You couldn't fill me in anytime. We got Mason, who is not on the wall, playing Naya Zoo.
Yes, he has moved away from 5-color trade binder.
Playing Naya Zoo.
Project totally Magic related.
And then we got Chance playing Boros Burn.
Oh. How are they still in? Oh, wait, is this round 4?
Yes, this is round 4.
Oh, okay.
I'm pretty sure Chance is 3-0 and Mason is 2-1.
Okay.
But I'm like, hi, Melvin.
At least we got the review done. Yes, thank you, by the way, for picking up the slack on that one when I hit a wall on time. I do really appreciate that. We should do that again, though. I'm totally down for doing that again. I think we're going to do Curdape. Curdape's sweet.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, nice and
I
dust
wish we could get the other art.
I know.
Because it's Mason's.
I know. All right. Let's head on down. You ready?
Yep.
Cool. Let's do it. Oh, wait. It's over here. I'm going to say 15 minutes.
5. It's 5.
5?
5.
Any toolbox decks today? We, I think, do. Yeah, actually, Ian's out there. Panda Skull.
3-3-3.
3-3-3. Oh my goodness. You have
We had a
3
1-1-1 and put in a 3-3-3, but I haven't seen a 2-2.
That's where all the pandas went. Garen, thanks for all
0-0.
All their skulls are being collected by that one individual
Over the
person.
table, under the table. It's under the camera, over the table.
Goodness gracious. What a day that it's been. Burn against Zoo.
Why are there 3 pairs of sunglasses up here?
Oh, because this one's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Now, notably, I don't actually watch Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
These
Never
are
have.
some dark glasses.
Those are some...
These are some dangerous driving glasses.
So these ones... No, they're not actually. They're just really blue in here. These ones... But these I use for when I need someone to be an authority on pizza.
Oh, that
Yeah.
makes sense. Oh, these ones are not as dark.
No.
Those ones are dark.
These ones have the Seattle skyline on the side of them. They were from...
These ones say Magic Grand Prix.
These are a brand called Townie, I think.
Mhm.
I pre-ordered these with my brother when they were coming out, and so we both have a pair of them, which I think is a cool little thing, especially since he's going to be moving soon. We do need a commentator name update.
I like being at Red Baron MTG.
And what's up with the camera today? Nothing's up with the camera today. Oh, do you mean like that? That's because we're starting to max out what we can do on here, which is why I ordered a brand new stream machine yesterday, actually. And
Also,
then
it's at a
this
slight
one's-
angle to fit more of the screen in. And there's actually an earthquake currently happening.
Can we please see the toolbox deck next round?
Not next round. Maybe if this game finishes fast enough and they want to.
It's kind of shiny and doesn't fit the screen. Do you mean me?
What?
I think they mean me.
Oh, also, like, my zippers are maxed out.
I don't know. Blonde Superman. Hello, it's good to see you. And we've got a turn 1 Wild Nikata from Mason, who falls down to 18.
TJ's been drinking mercury.
The planet, not the chemical. Snape. Severus Snape.
Dumbledore.
We've got Chance on a fetch for the Wooded Foothills down to 17. And what are we going to find? Now, Chance has got an interesting option here. Do you go for the more conservative?
I'm going to imagine it's going to be Exile Simian Spirit Guide Searing Blaze. That's the optimized play here.
Captain Harris, it's good to see you. It's going to be a Rift Bolt. I fully expect it to be taking down that Wild Nikatl. In this matchup, racing, not very effective. And the board
'cause
right
Mason's bolts stay on the board.
Exactly. You have a perfect example of why Mason wins the straight up race.
Yeah.
He's got a Wild Mikado, which represents a bolt for the next turn off of one card, or all of them.
Do you think he hits the Fleece main line?
Streak, it's good to see you. I mean, he can still.
I think the Fleece main line is better. Yeah, definitely better than the Cattle.
It's more consistent and also has the potential to eventually become hexproof.
Yeah.
See, Christopher. Hello, it's good to see you. Bumper stream down to 480. Nice. I dig it. We are going for a basic mountain, so Chance really showing that he's on the Boros burn here. One odd thing is that I'm actually a big fan. Possibly he drew that fetch this turn, but I'm a big fan of actually fetching for the basic first.
Yeah.
Because if he were to, say, draw the Inspiring Vantage, then he would actually be able to remain at an additional 2 life and actually would be at 15.
Yeah.
Just as a fun fact, Chance does decide to play the control player, takes down the Wild Mikado, notably before Mason untaps, one of the reasons for this being that he can actually get beyond something like an Atarka's Command, which is going to save it.
And a Boros Charm.
And a Boros
Boros
Charm.
Charm, yeah. One of the least used modes of Boros Charm.
A Selfish Fern showing up, and we have got a Hasty Boar coming in.
Flinthoof Boar.
Flinthoof Boar is always the hottest tech, and Chance really embracing the control deck route, doing a pretty good job of it. The big issue right now is that he hasn't established a way to apply pressure. Something like a Goblin Guide Monastery Swiftspear here would be pretty impactful.
Yeah, I think Mason, if he doesn't get killed soon, like if he gets enough lands out and Fleece mainline and monstresses it, he can't lose.
That, and Mason also just does run his own Boros Charms and his own. He's got his own tools to actually operate off of.
Yeah. Ooh. He's taking 1 off the.
Mason helixing that. He takes 2 but gains 3, going up to 14. Helixing the Eidolon is a really interesting and I think probably correct play.
Yeah.
Especially with him dropping down a Curdape now.
The 2/3.
Interesting play by Mason because he could have just dropped that down. Yeah. Scout. Hi there, Scout. I bet you can't say meow 10 times during this match.
Man, I think you're wrong.
Joe the Panda King, thank you so much for hitting that follow button. Alright.
Meow.
So Meow, it's up to Chance to go for kind of the aggressive role. He was been the control player. He needs to answer the Curdape, but really get in. Strange, hello, thanks for hitting that follow button. It's an attack for 2. And Chance likely going to be falling down to 8. Could potentially go for the fetch land. Okay. I was going to say, if you see Chance save this fetch, he's really playing for the Searing Blaze. Now, if he goes for it right now, I think he's just trying to really set up the ability to draw into a thing. I think the thinning doesn't matter.
Yeah.
If I was Chance, I'd probably just save the fetch. Aiming at the face, not the creatures, looking to gain 3, back up to 11, and now we're 10 to 11.
Yeah, Mason had a fetch. I think the Kessig is going to help Mason a lot in this match.
Thoughts on Sliver Commander EDH deck? What's your playgroup like? The answer to all EDH-based questions should revolve around your playgroup.
Yeah.
If your playgroup is good, then yes. Looks like
Usually, like, Slivers is that middle ground, though, where it's like it's competitive enough to be competitive and casual enough to be casual.
true.
I guess it just depends on what Slivers you put in.
I'm a little bit surprised that Chance went for that fetch right now. He might be a little bit
Yeah.
more on Searing Blazes. But we'll see how it goes. We've got another fetch from Mason as well.
That puts him in the danger zone. 3 bolts.
We'll just have to see if Kenny Loggins wants to start playing.
Danger zone.
John, thanks for the follow. It's a pleasure having you here.
Interesting.
Epon Dionysus? I will look into that. The problem... I will look into that. Though you can actually donate using PayPal using a credit card. You can donate to a PayPal using a credit card, or you should be able to, if you follow the link. People have done it in the past. Lightning Bolt coming down.
Oh, man.
Oh, we're going face to place.
Skull crack. Mason goes to 3.
Are we looking for the top deck champion? Slam it. Slam
Top
it.
deck hero.
Slam it. Boring.
Oh, that's game. That is game.
That is game. A+ to Chance for trying though.
Just turn your guy sideways.
It looks like Mason picked up on the line of attacking.
He saw the line. His opponent's at 6 life. He has 6 power on board.
Ooh, and he's gonna pass. Sticking defensive. Way to stick to your guns.
Yeah. Playing it safe.
Oh, goodness. Just your local game shop, semi-competitive? That's fantastic. If you will enjoy it, go for it. But the interesting thing with EDH is that you are entering into, like, a pseudo-social contract when you play the game. And, like, I get that this sounds overly complicated, but that's just kind of the truth of having fun with EDH.
Yeah.
Because EDH as a format, Modern is competitive. When you sit down, I expect to try to win.
Yeah.
EDH,
With no shenanigans. Like when you sit down to play at a Modern tournament, you're not going to be like, I want my opponent and I to both have the maximum amount of fun.
Exactly.
I came to win.
exactly. So
Whereas
I think
EDH, you can play to win, but it's also consider everyone else.
it's important to set your expectations at the beginning with the other players, in my mind. And I think that we've had this conversation. You're a huge
I've had
advocate
it.
for this. You're a big. You should probably be the one saying
Yeah,
this.
you look up the EDH rules. I think it's like ElderDragonHighlander.com or something like that. Just like look up EDH rules, and it's should be the first link, and just read them. They are way different than any Magic rules, and they are really important to understanding EDH as a format. And I like there's always the people who have all the arguments about fun is subjective, blah blah blah. They haven't read the EDH rules. They have not read the EDH.
I mean, they're right.
Yeah. Fun is in fact subjective, but there's a lot to be said about that within the EDH rules of itself.
Yep.
Yeah, it stands for Elder Dragon Highlander because the original commanders were the 5 Elder Dragons.
Hooray! What are my thoughts on Atarka's Command in Burn right now? I'm running it in the sideboard. I don't run it in the main deck because I don't want to take extra damage. It's definitely a good card, but there's not a ton of life gain happening in the main deck right now. There's a little bit, but I certainly like having an extra set of skull or a couple of skull cracks in my sideboard.
Yeah. And awkwardly, I found it relevant that Atarka's Command gives reach.
Yes, against Affinity and yeah, have gotten that.
Well, against Flicker Wisps.
Even better.
It's like I have a Flicker Wisp with triple Exalted Trigger. It's like
Get right,
Atarka's
nerd.
Command you block it. It's like wait what? It's like oh yeah, it gives reach.
It gives reach. People always forget that. They're like, God, we need some way for this card to be green. Quick,
No,
throw
Mason's
reach.
got the smiley face assembled.
I love his smiley faces.
Yeah.
By the way, Ken, thank you so much. You've enjoyed watching this more than watching Overwatch.
I can feel the computer struggling in here because it's warm.
Yep.
As I awkwardly
Then-
try to take off a coat in a small room.
The new computer is bomb diggity. It's a server build.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I just helped a friend build a computer today.
Yep. It's a server build dual processor with Xeons.
Xeon?
Yeah.
I have no idea what that means.
It's like another, like, they're Intel Xeons, so they are lower clock speed, but they have a lot more, I don't know all the words for this, a lot more cores?
That makes sense. I understand that.
So they are a lot more consistent at what they... Is it called Highlander because of the movie?
Yes.
Yes, actually.
Because there can only be one.
So, basically, the machine is built to where, like, instead of doing, you know, like
One thing
the
well.
16 threads really well, it does like 72 threads or
Oh
something.
yeah.
So we can just run a bunch of cameras on it.
Doro, I also like a solid
So
sugar.
we're building. The
Suddenly
computer is
cat.
built to be able to handle like 4 monitors plus all the cameras and the audio. Plus, it's also going to be a phenomenal machine for video and
Yeah.
audio editing, which is I've got a lot of things lined up. So we tried to build it to be future proof for at least like 12 to 18 months, if not more.
Whatever sliver is the one that tutors for other slivers, that's the one you want to be your commander.
That's the one that's better. If you want to go for the slightly more casual, just swap it out to the one that does dub stuff.
Well, there's the indestructible one is like probably the least spiky.
Right. So like just get all 3 and just
Yeah.
least spiky to most spiky. The tutor one is the most spiky. The one that just makes slivers is medium.
Go extra spice and do Reaper King.
You like Kazali Ambusher? The Suddenly
That's
Cat.
if you control force in the planes, you
Yep.
can put it into play for free.
Suddenly Cat.
Is that a mold of 4 for Mason? Rough stuff.
Maybe. Mason is notorious for mulliganing to the oblivion when he gets on camera.
Mhm.
And so there's two theories that I have on it. One is that Mason, for all of his like kind of rogue deck building, which I enjoy and I enjoy quite a bit,
Yeah.
also leads to the occasional inconsistent opening hand.
Yeah.
Now the other theory that I have is that when Mason knows that someone's watching, he's much less likely to keep like a
Okay hand. Yeah.
Right, he's like, ooh, people are gonna see. Interesting choice. Core Firewalker coming down from
I
Chance.
don't know if that's the best.
I would not bring it in against
Does
Zoo.
it has pro red, right?
It has protection from red. It's a
And
2/2 for
gains
2,
1 life.
and you gain 1 life. It does offer some interesting avenues, but I don't even bring it in against like Bushwhacker Zoo. But it's curious, and it actually might end up being fairly relevant. The problem is that against Wild Mikado, it's kind of medium, but against like Curd Apes, pretty solid. We'll see. For the love of llamas.
Doro, that's not the worst thing I've ever heard. Low-key shade. Mason grabbing the OG Temple Garden.
What a champion. What a champion.
G's moving silent like lasagna. G's moving silent like lasagna. Get it? Because the G in lasagna.
Oh,
It's
gosh.
from that one song
Took
by
the
that
G
one guy.
out your waffle. All you got left is your ego.
Man, rappers and G's.
So, Chance with 2 lands plus this fetch land has the Core Firewalker, goes for an Eidolon, gains a life. He's back up to 20 and feeling swell. This is a nice little combo to where he's going to be able to
Mason
actually only
fetched.
take 1 damage for his cards, whereas Mason does have to take the full 2. That is a nice little wombo combo of creaturificness. But we've got a 3/3 lining up as well. We're going to fall down to 15 and start jamming, I imagine. Thank you so much for the follow. I think it was Freddy.
Probably. I was thinking about the boar.
Oh, the most boring card in Modern. Sorry, I love the joke is so easy, but it's so funny. What a boring card.
Boing.
Oh my goodness. Now what are you gonna do?
There you go. What sound does a pig make? Like, well, we're just gonna wait for the wild and the cattle. Just, meow. I remember Flintlock 4, it used to see a decent amount of play in standard.
Yeah, I mean a hasty 3/3 for 2.
Yeah.
No, I guess for 3.
Yeah.
Ooh, and a Searing Blaze
That's-
is going
yeah.
to clean that up.
I
Now
think Chance got this one.
now what is Mason gonna do? There's a lot of attackers coming in. He's down to 12.
I like the big gap in meows just to keep Melvin on his toes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Does Melvin have toes?
Yeah, Melvin has toes. Yeah. That's like asking if I have toes. I get that you haven't
I've never seen him.
Looks like Mason's got a play to make, but he's down to 8 and in the danger zone after taking that hit. It's a scavenging ooze,
That's pretty good.
and now Mason might have some opportunities to gain some life. Looks like we are
Bed's
gonna...
about to die.
Ooh.
Yep.
Looks like Chance might as well have dealt 420 damage because that got blazed.
Dang.
I'll never make that joke
and then
again.
Chance takes 1 point of damage.
I'll never make
he
that
loses
joke
2,
again.
gains 1. Oh, I guess he didn't pay attention to the part where he gains 1.
He was keeping track of his fetches. T.
Oh,
Raw,
right.
thank you so much for hitting that follow button.
Yeah, Mason is very dead.
And we are gonna go for. He has a deflecting palm. That's kind of cool. Machine Max, thanks for the follow. And Mason is dead. We are going to be moving up into a game. 3. I dig it.
Why do you think Zoo like almost completely disappeared?
Probably because realistically, when everybody is gaming around the idea of like I need to beat a 1 mana 7/7,
Right.
running 1 mana 3/3s seems less than ideal.
Mm-hmm. There was a similar conversation I was having. It was like someone noticed a lack of goyfs.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like a 2 mana like big is not as good as a 1 mana bigger.
Yes, that is exactly it. So, And I don't think it's that push exists. It's that the context means that everybody is running push.
Yeah.
Because like the existence of push matters very little. Like Lightning Bolt exists, but Lightning Bolt isn't even played that much right now.
No.
Like obviously we're talking about what burns on the table, so that's.
Yeah. The burn and zoo.
I know, but like the point, people aren't like Jund isn't even running Lightning Bolt. You're just like running
Yeah.
2 maximum. But you know, you would say that they shouldn't run that because of it's just the format right now exists around beating 1 mana 7/7s and beating. So you need to be able to combat that. And Zoo A doesn't combat that super well. It runs into 1 mana 7/7s like a brick wall, and it gets beat by other people who are beating it.
Yeah.
Seems to lose traction very fast. I mean, I actually think that Modern is quite healthy right now. I think that Death Shadow decks are probably the best deck in the meta, but I'm also a big fan of environments in which once the best deck is identified, it no longer is the best deck.
Yeah.
That's my personal definition of healthy meta. And I think that Modern is doing a decent job of that at the moment. However, I'd be hesitant to define that Grixis Death Shadow is losing traction because you see it on the top results a lot more because Wizards changed how they posted those top results.
Yeah.
Which, frankly, that I'm upset with. Down to 17 goes Chance. But yeah, that one...
I've had a roller coaster of feelings this week in terms of announcements.
Yeah. I actually really enjoy the FNM promo decision.
I do too. I was initially really upset, and then I remembered I haven't been to an FNM in years, so
It's more that
it makes sense to separate. It really does.
I mentioned this before, and I won't touch on it too much. But
Yeah.
here's the thing: when I won an FNM, I won a Path to Exile. Great. What I won
That
was
one.
not an FNM. What I won is the opportunity to spend the $15 to finish the playset.
Yeah.
Like, I never wanted the card. I either already had the card, or now I have to actually finish the playset if I want to play it.
Yeah.
Having a card that is a bit more of an experience to me is much more relevant. So, that's my
Yeah.
thoughts on it. It's an attack for 4 for Mason. Chance! Apparently, the Exalted trigger not actually occurring. Oh no, he doesn't have a mountain.
Nope.
Huh. Okay, so we're actually just taking 3 and we're down to 14.
Now let's check out the creature types we've got on the left side of the field here.
Ooh, looks like
We
we've
got a wizard and what is it? A warrior?
Oh yeah, that's actually a cat. that's a cat.
Is Nakaddle's creature type only cat?
Now the monster is Swiftspear, known for actually shouting as it comes in, and it is met with a swift meow from this Crystalline Pride Mage. Meow, 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 meow. That ought to finish it up.
We're done.
Classic. Ooh, and that is actually
with the
going to
old
be the...
Standby. And we got him.
So it looks like the wizard is going to jam in for 3.
Yeah.
Which, if we're going to take a moment here,
I knew
my
it.
favorite part, by the way, I love that in the original prequels for Star Wars, in the first one, Phantom Menace, there is a kid who goes, "That's so wizard, Annie." Which you never once hear Jedis referred to as sorcerers,
No.
but you never once hear them referred to as wizards.
Calling something wizard is awesome, and it needs to come back.
I agree,
That's
but
mega-
it
it's mega
feels
wizard.
like it's very like
Mason, put the card in your hand. Mason, put the card. Okay, there you go.
I think he was just keeping it revealed or something. Boo hiss. I'm not sure what we're. I just like that they say that's so wizard.
That's a wizard.
God. Or
I
that's so
like calling
raven.
things-
That should come back.
Oh, dude, I say that all the time.
4 mana available for Mason. We've got actually 5 damage coming in. Mason's
Coming
applying
high.
a lot of pressure. Note
He's,
also.
he's doing really well against Burn with 1 land.
Exactly. By the way, what's TJ's rule for burn?
Bolt the bird.
Never keep 1-landers.
Bolt the dirt. Kill all mana dorks.
Talking about prequels, prequels are great. Don't you hate? This is a weird matchup. How do you even navigate aggro versus aggro? Let me tell you something. Go look up
Keep a better hand.
who's the beatdown. How do you navigate aggro versus aggro? It is my favorite matchup in all of Magic. Card evaluation becomes different.
Dude, I think Affinity's different though. That one's a weird aggro versus aggro.
That's actually one of my favorite matchups ever to play.
It's so brain hurty.
But who's the beatdown is absolutely... Is Zoo the beatdown? Absolutely it is. Zoo is 100% the aggro player. It has so much more capacity, and more importantly, it doesn't have the capacity to switch.
Yeah. Well, because Zoo's burn spells stay on the battlefield.
Exactly. So there's more consistent. They have much more ability to apply pressure and much less ability to control Burn's game plan.
Yeah.
Burn happens to have a game plan which lines up nicely because
I think Eidolon's pretty big in the match.
Eidolon's good, Lightning Bolt, Rift Bolt, all of these
The
answer
Searing
those
Blaze is
threats.
huge.
One of the big things that you can do is just drop down a Goblin Guide or a Swift Spear turn 1 and spend the rest of your efforts killing the creatures, chip-shotting away.
You turn into Delver deck, basically.
Chance really struggled. Actually, that's a phenomenal comparison.
Yeah.
Chance struggled with that pretty heavily. He used the Kazali Pride Mage to kill the Eidolon of the Great Revel. Hence a land. And we're actually remarkably close to a win here because of this Kessig Wolf run.
Mm-hmm. It's so funny. I always see Mason play the Kessig Wolf run. Very rarely do I see it become activated.
Yep. In fact, he is...
I think he can...
No, he wins.
Yeah, he just...
Whatever he blocks, he can put through the rest.
Yep.
Because now he just gives 2/2/0 and trample.
Yeah.
That's 3 and 5, and we are now going to hit Chance for 5.
The creature on the left is a Flint of Boar. It's a 2/2 for 2 that gets +1/+. Oh my gosh.
Or, did he give it just trample without boosting
He gave it trample and then double strike. For maximum disrespect.
Oh! Now that's what I call game.
How many... Wait, is Melvin even still here?
Melvin's not even still here. It's kind of upsetting, to be honest.
Oh,
I really
man.
feel like we hit our 10. So that is going to be the end of that match. Naya Zoo taking it down with a 3-1 at the end of the night, putting Boros Burn back down to 3-1, and we're going to head on up to the booth.
I'm going to find another match.
Thank you. I appreciate that. See you up there. Hello, and thank you for joining. My name's TJ. It's a pleasure having you here. We're going to try and find another match as our green screen just cannot handle me right now. Personally, you play Goblins over Zoo, but there's no reason for that. You just like Goblins. I dig that. The reason for that is Goblin Grenade. Goblin Grenade is a pretty good card. It's real late, so you're out for the night. Have a good night. You're great and awesome, and thank you so much for just doing what you do. Thanks to everybody for being here. I'm going to just take a quick moment. Thank you so much to everybody who is watching right now. Your support, as always, is hugely appreciated. Here on a Wednesday night, we do the stream 3 times a week. Every Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday, we stream Modern, Legacy, and Modern, respectively. It's always awesome, always fun. We do extra special events when we can. Thank you to those of you who have followed. Thank you to those of you who have joined us so consistently throughout the years. All that stuff just means the world to us. And I do truly appreciate it. Honestly, your deck of choice is Blue-White Control, and the girlfriend is on Titan Shift. Very nice. You have a terrible matchup against her deck, but that's still super cool. Personally, out of those, I'd be on Titan Shift. I played that one for a bit. This is a nice channel. Thank you. I appreciate you saying that. That's super nice of you to say. I really try to make it a nice channel. We've got a ton of cool stuff coming down the pipeline. We ordered a brand new computer last night that is going to be incredible for our purposes. We have got we are designing also. We are setting up bow ties are fun. Yeah, they are. We have also got a second feature table.
We do.
In the
we
works.
have Adam, who is down a game on the wall, playing Devoted Druid.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have Mark, not on the wall, playing Blue-White Control. Adam is
Speak of the devil. Okay.
Adam is down a game, and Adam has a bad matchup.
Boy, against removal.deck?
Against Path Your Dude, Supreme Verdict.
Hooray! At least he's not running anger. Let's just head on down and then I'll update the pictures when we get there. I'll see you there. Alright, these players are going to get kick-started. Blue-White Control. Let's do Supreme Verdict. That feels like an important card in this matchup.
Yeah.
And it looks like Adam...
Devoted Druid might be the best card.
Oh yeah, you normally do Company, but Devoted Druid is a good one. Hey, thanks,
That's what sets
Spencer.
the deck apart.
Thanks, Spencer. It's a pleasure having you here.
I've been seeing a lot more Blue-White Control lately. I'm okay with that.
Thanks, Kin. That's super nice of you.
Yay.
That's super kind. I know. Talk about blue-white control.
I did that on purpose. I totally did that on purpose.
And Bowties Are Fun plays Ad Nauseam as their main deck. That's actually, I love Ad Nauseam.
Me too. I like the. It's like such a unique deck because it plays cards that no other deck plays. Like almost every card in the deck is the only. Like
The flex spots are so minimal, but so cool.
well, it's especially like no matter what they play, you know they're playing Ad Nauseam.
Yes.
It's like Temple of Deceit. Oh, Ad Nauseam.
Oh.
Or just Seachrome Coast. Probably Ad Nauseam.
What do
Might
I
be Cheerios.
think about Mardu Burn for Bump in the Night? I think I'd rather be on Jund Burn so that I can still have Destructive Revelry, but I have seen some Mardu Burn or some decks that just drop out a Murderous Melon. Thanks for the follow. That just drops down the CMC without even running the Eidolon and goes all out. It's pretty cool. I should test it more than I have, which is 0. You're the same. You'd rather watch Paper over Magic? Thanks. That's super nice of you. Well, if you are just joining for the first time, be sure to hit that follow button. And, of course, check out GeekFortressGames.com to help support the store. That helps support us. And if you want to go that extra mile, if you have the means and the inclination and you want to help this stream do what it does and always improve over time, because I have no intention of ever stagnating, consider also subscribing to the channel where you can also have access to some super sweet emotes.
Smash that like button.
Smash that like button.
Pound subscribe.
Like and subscribe. It really helps us out.
Really helps me out.
Really helps me out. So we've got that forest coming down. And Mark getting aggressive with this temple. He's on Ad Nauseam.
The temple getting in the red zone. Oh, let's hope he's not a play the lands in front kind of guy.
We'll have to have some talks if that's the case. Looks like we have got a
Well, I guess he
Relic
doesn't.
Agendas.
Like, there's no up or down on his board. He's playing blue-white control.
True.
His lands are the things that win the game.
And
oh,
Adam,
what are you doing?
with the one lander.
Oh, so Adam has just lost this game. This is the really. He's probably just gonna scoop. I think. Yeah.
This is pretty bad. We're discarding to hand size at this point. Neat.
Poor Adam.
Well then. Drop down a land. Hey! Devoted Druid.
And Cryptic.
Cryptic.
I would counterbalance a land.
Oh my god.
I think it's greedy to draw a card there.
To bounce one of Adam's lands?
Yeah. I think it's the most tempo.
The most temple.
It's the most tempo.
My mana is my temple.
My body is my mana.
Oh, and we're gonna snap.
Yep. Okay, I'm gonna go find another match.
Oh, Adam made 2 plays and they got Cryptic and Snap Cryptic, respectively.
I'm gonna go find another match.
Let's go find another match. That was unfortunate. You ready to hit on up?
Yeah.
All right. Woo, that was unfortunate. You should start playing Jeskai Sensi. That deck is pretty fun to play. Woo. He knows he's against control. That actually might have been partly why he kept the hand. He might have also just accepted that he had a bad matchup. What's up, Matt? Exhilarating game. Absolutely. We're going to try and find another matchup. That one was definitely a little bit rough. Matt, it's good to see you. I feel like it's been a little bit, but how are things for you? I hope that things are going excessively well. Counterbounce your land, your favorite mode? You and Stephen would get along, it would seem. Matt, when are you going to come visit Geek Fortress? I know how much you all often visit the West Coast. Oh, goodness. Just tuned in after your night shift and see an amazing game like that. What's up, Kiwi Potato? First of all, your name's amazing. I like both of those things quite a lot. Kiwi Potato might just be my favorite name ever. Thank you to everybody who is joining us here tonight. It's exciting having you here. We're going to find some more Magic for you, have some fun, and rock and roll. We're here in our last round of our 4 rounds for the night, but we will be streaming Legacy on Fridays at 7:30. Plus, we will have Modern on Saturday at 6. Is he still in that weird mana base? Yes, but I don't know how many lands. I would guess probably 24 or something like that. I don't know. West Coast is the best coast you hear. It's a good place. I really enjoy it. If you ever do end up out here, come play Magic with me. Jump in the booth. Have some fun. Come do it. It'd be sweet having you out here. If you are ever in the zone. Just tossing it out there. Now I need to eat a kiwi. What? What? What's up, Sanchez? Hello. A matchup with you? Oh, Thoughtseize. Ooh, Thoughtseize, what's up? I'm not entirely sure what you mean by a matchup with you, but Thoughtseize is pretty great. I just finished foiling out Counter's Company. Devoted Company, sorry. Oh, 20 to 21. Alright, I dig it. That's true. Am I streaming later? I've been cutting back a lot on my home stream to take care of some things that I have going outside of the stream life. So, probably not. It is unfortunate, and I actually really miss streaming from home. But for my own benefit and recognizing that it's something that I should do, I've been cutting back on that stream until I can get a couple of other things nailed down, which is unfortunate, and I hope to be returning to it soon. But yeah. So we are working on getting some more Magic in the meantime, and it should be fun. I'm gonna start taking a look to see who we will host on over to. What's up? Don't be stupid. It is good to see you as always. Welcome, welcome. Looking crisp. I do appreciate that. Certainly is something that I like to do. Actually working on looking even crisper in the future. We'll see if we can get that going, however. In the meantime, I'm pretty excited about just all the improvements. Like, I have just been spending so much time. It's actually really exciting. A couple of days ago, I was able to spend about 5 hours with Ian to get together and just start building up the stream layouts and design the computer, which we ordered yesterday. We have got all kinds of stuff. We're working on setting up our second feature table, so we'll actually not have these breaks in between nearly as much. We're even looking at potentially doing the time-shifted style matches to where we can set up the ability to record and then replay into possibly even a sped-up version of many of our matches. We aren't decided yet on whether or not we'll speed it up or not. Or we're still working on building the infrastructure for it. But that is something that we're working on doing. We're working on improving our entire audio system. We're working on improving the entire way that we display Magic. We're getting a brand new playmat, and we are getting a brand new playmat which will be purchasable through GeekFortressGames.com as the store playmat, which should also be excellent. There is just gonna be sweet. Mid-range mirror, please. We can see what we can find. We can absolutely see what we can find. Otherwise, I'm just taking a look. Maybe we will, Z is starting his 365. Good luck to him, by the way. Good luck to him. I should come down to LA in Thanksgiving, and you can come see Lego. Fun fact, if I am going down there, it is going to be at Thanksgiving. Actually, I was talking to some family about a week ago about going down to LA for Thanksgiving. I'll keep you updated. How are we looking?
There's 3 matches left, and they're in the middle of matches.
In the middle of game 3s.
Hey, I know
game
that person.
2s. What do we got?
What?
Are we potentially going to have one of them?
Potentially, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Is it worth waiting for them?
I don't know. Ask Coleman. I'll just go check it out.
Okay. Bye, Steven. No, Mono Blue. I love Mono Blue taking turns. That deck is sweet. That deck is absolutely sweet. Thanks, everybody, for the patience, by the way. I really do appreciate the patience. I know we're hemorrhaging viewers right now, but we're coming up towards the end. Just kind of crushing it. Thanks, Mad Dog. It's good to see you.
Yeah, not a lot of potentials, I guess.
Okay, so we're just gonna call it.
There's like 2 matches that are like probably don't want to play on stream.
Yep.
And then, yeah.
Oh yeah. By the way, Dora was mentioning here to the people who have given compliments that this stream looks better than the other official Magic streams, which, by the way, is a little bit. Are we doing the GP this weekend? No, we're not. That's far. It's about to get better. So straight up, over the course of
Do
the
you
next.
really want to love me for it?
So over the course of the next 6 months, if you consider the level that this stream has gone from the very first day that we started streaming to now, if you consider that range of improvement, I actually think that the jump from where we are today to where we will be in 6 months is exactly the same, if not better. and maybe not visually of the same caliber, but from in how we are able to do what we do in every aspect from our end and from your end, I think that this stream is about to get quite literally
Cray.
twice as good, if not more. Which, if you ever saw our first stream, should say something.
I was here for our first stream. It was
Yes, you
exciting.
were. I think you were on camera at one point.
Probably.
I think you were at feature match. But we have got some cool stuff coming. I'm excited about it. It is going to be great. I really look forward to seeing it all with all of you. So, if that doesn't get you hyped, then you didn't see our first stream.
Hype is coming. What does hype may never die?
What does hype make never die? You're heading out. What's my Twitter? At Red Baron MTG. That one.
Yeah.
At Red Baron MTG is where you'll see all my updates. You can also follow at Geek Fortress. That's the store itself that's run by the store owner.
Yeah, it's almost been 2 years, hasn't it?
It's been, in October, it will be 2 years.
That's a long time.
That is a long time.
That's a long time.
Woo! But we do it. Because that's what we do. Alright, we are going to host on over to Z. He's kicking off his 365. Corey Coolcat, thanks for hitting that follow button.
Oh, yeah.
He's doing a 365, so let's give him a boost. Hit that follow button, join him. He's on day 3 right now.
Nice, yeah. Caleb D just finished his.
Yes, tomorrow. Tomorrow's the last day. Yep. Goodbye, everybody. Thank you so
Bye.
much. My name's TJ.
I'm Steve.
And whether it's good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night, stay amazing, be amazing, you're amazing.
Bolt the bird.
Remember to smash evil and bolt the bird. And we'll see you on Friday for some Legacy.